eventually.
Woo! What's going on, everybody?
I love it. I love it, Noah. I love
it. A great podcast. That's the
oh my god,
greater now.
That is awesome, Noah.
Oh my god, this was in
that looks
Walmart.
so tight.
This is at Walmart in the kids section. It is mine.
Is it really?
Oh, man. It was $3. It was $3. It was a steal.
Yeah, hey,
that's awesome.
You do you.
So what's going on, everybody? How's everyone doing?
Good.
Trying to stay cool. I'm baking out here in Vegas, man.
I can only imagine.
It's hot over here too, man.
It's like 100. Well, it was 110 earlier, but now it's like 100 right now.
Is it really?
Wow. 75, maybe 80 today. That's
you know what's funny? I hate the dry heat. I really do.
Nah, I take the dry heat over humidity any day.
Like,
Nah, that's where we differ, my friend. That's why I grew up in Florida, bro.
I grew up in Georgia. I hated humidity.
Today,
sweating.
Today we find out Danny likes being moist.
All right, good night, everybody.
All right,
Danny is what was that movie, Old Brother? Where out there? Danny wanted to
Nah, it's Deliverance. Let me hear you squeal, boy.
5 minutes into the podcast, and we're talking about a wet Danny and somebody squealing. How is everybody in the comments doing?
Yeah. Alrighty. So, what's up, King Matthew? What's going on? And then Scott Walker's in the house. Thank you, Scott. Scott's already firing off questions in the comments. But guys, we are that Spider-Man trailer, boy. We got to talk about it because good God, did it ruin the movie. So all of you viewers watching, please, if you don't want to be spoiled, get off this podcast right now because man. And I apologize, I'm featuring technical difficulties with my camera, but I'll let everyone go round robin. Give me your thoughts on the Spider-Man trailer if you've seen it. Go for it.
I'll start it, man. Some of the stuff that was shown, I kind of like predicted, you know. Someone like some other channels that I follow that kind of have breaking down the trailer and everything like that. There's still reports that possibly we may get Grey Hulk in it. You know, fingers crossed on that.
They showed it in the trailer.
Well, like if you're thinking of that scene where we see in whatever room that is and Sadie Sink or Jean Grey, as I'm still holding on to, has taken over him. He's green in that shot. It just the lighting makes him look gray, but he's green in that shot.
He's green.
And then there's another rumor that Keith David, who we hear in the trailer again, is possibly what was the one doctor that's the Jackal in the comics? I always forget his name, but they brought him
Warren.
Yeah. So there's rumor that
what is his last name?
Him. Yeah.
That's like Warren Miles or some shit. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'd have to
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they brought him into Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man last year, the animated series.
The Jackal is Miles Warren.
Miles Warren.
Miles. We were saying the total opposite. Like, Miles.
Oh,
you guys were close. You were close.
Yeah, so the rumor
So
is
close, but yet so far.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And thing too that I like that they're setting up is, you know, they're putting emphasis on MJ getting offers from a lifeless company, so they're thinking that we're finally getting Oscorp in Holland's universe because you know didn't have
I
Yeah.
kind of like that.
What is the likelihood we're gonna all think that, and it's gonna be Roxanne?
I was thinking Roxanne too, but you know,
love
there's still
Roxanne.
that rumor about Joe Keery supposedly being Harry Osborn at some point. You know, so
Interesting.
you know, we'll see. We'll see.
I could see people were like fan casting him as Spider-Man. I guess whenever Stranger Things was big, like, oh, I wish he was Spider-Man.
Right.
I never saw that, but
No, I
I
never
could
saw
see
it.
Harry Osborn. I could see
Yeah.
Oz.
All right. Anybody else?
Check some.
Thoughts? Ian,
I'm
you're
checking
the
some real
Spider-Man
quick.
fan, dude.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it. I felt like I liked. I will say this in my pros about it. I do like where it's going as a pro, just because I see it more of a street level Spider-Man. So I did like more of the action. We still don't know who Sadie Sink is. There, like I said, there's more guesses. There's more rumors on what she is. But I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn on the whole Jean Grey thing, but then I'm like, maybe it could be Jean Grey. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. So
I didn't
have a problem with it.
If you're gonna hate me for my idea, so keep talking, boys.
I was just gonna say I don't feel like this trailer ended up giving out too much. I mean, not enough that I haven't already seen, at least.
Oh boy.
I mean, other than like obviously, I feel it is pretty obvious now that it's Jean Grey. There's just too much going for it. And like if they were to subvert expectations on that, I mean, it would be cool, but like, would it be wanted? I don't know, because you know, who knows. I liked the Hulk stuff. I liked seeing the Hulk. Believe it or not, I actually really enjoy seeing the Hulk in these movies. He's very underutilized as a character. And it looks like we're going back to angry Hulk, so that's kind of cool.
It's Savage Hulk.
Savage, yeah. I don't know. I literally watched the trailer like 5 minutes before the thing, so I'm still forming some thoughts on it, on whether or not I actually like the direction that I'm seeing in the movie. So far, I think it looks pretty cool. I like that the Punisher looks like he's going to be a bigger part of the actual story rather than just a side character for a cameo or some shit. I like the dynamic that they're showing off with Ned and everybody, how they're like, they still don't know him, but he's like around. It's just kind of cool to see. I like seeing depressed Peter Parker. I think that's when his character shines the most.
That's when he shines, baby.
He really does. His heart and his genuine good personness really pulls through when he's kind of at his lowest, which is what you want in these really big Spider-Man stories, where you can show him overcoming that stuff rather than being perfect the whole time.
Yeah, Spider-Man. I wasn't a fan of Spider-Man with a sugar daddy in Homecoming, and then the second movie.
Did you just say
that's your Spider Daddy? Thank you.
His sponsor.
Not a weird dynamic at all.
boy.
I wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of him having the support of Tony Stark throughout the movies. The ending of No Way Home is the best part of Tom Holland's arc, because it's like, oh hey, it's actually Spider-Man now. We have him in his shitty little apartment in his shitty little suit, and he's alone, and he's sad.
I think even more than that, it was the best like ending of that
the
movie
maturity
for Spider-Man.
as well.
The maturity of the story in general, and also just the fact that like him saving the day actually had consequences, like for his personal life. It was and like he technically caused the issue, so he had a personal stake, and in the end of the movie it came right back around and he was able to rectify that, but he still had to deal with, you know, the overarching consequences of how he fixed it. And I like that a lot, because it's, you know, that's real as hell. Like, it's obviously like no one's making spells that, you know, wipe their memory from the entire planet, but
that, you know,
I still hold on I still hold on to that scene from No Way Home where you got all three Peters in the lab creating the
cures,
devices, the cures. Because I was like, finally, we got Tom finally showing his genius side.
Oh,
that he's not dependent on Stark Tech.
They showed it a little bit in Homecoming with like him making the web fluid.
That was it.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm gonna be honest with you boys. The thing that before we get into Scott Walker's comment, the thing that I really don't know, man. What's killing me is I don't know what story they're going with. Especially that you see that he's mutating and now he has organic webs like Peter. So it's kind of like the comic that I told you of him being reborn, right? When he had organic webs, when he had all these additional powers. And it's just too much of the reveal in the damn trailer. Like, you know, if we wanted to keep that a secret and become similar to Toby of organic webbing and this is his rebirth, yada yada, you just ruined the entire story there. Because then it's just like, all right, cool. What other story is it? Is it, you know, the whole thing with Mephisto? Is Mephisto jumping into people? With the eyes that he has, if the person's taking over, I honestly say, if you look at the eyes, that's Phoenix's eyes from X-Men 3. The exact same eyes that Phoenix had.
It is.
So it could be the Phoenix Force being introduced into the damn MCU now, jumping from people to people because the Phoenix Force jumps into people.
Well, not only that, too, the sonic boom, the flare, like when we see her jumping bodies and all the special effects that they use, that's more like Phoenix Force level than Jean's powers.
Yeah. Correct. Correct. And it looks exactly like X-Men 1 when the power went over Jean and all the humans, remember, and made them mutate. Yeah. So this could introduce the X-Men in there. Cool, man. But then do we get into the trouble of what we went through before? We had way too many villains and way too many heroes, right? And smash packed into a movie. So are we going down that route? Because, you know, is Scorpion a cameo now? You know, is he just a cameo? Is, you know what I mean? Is because who's the big bad? It has to be the Phoenix Force if it's that. You know, and then you have Punisher working along with him, and then you have the Hulk as well. And then the shots, honestly, I know you guys say it's green, but in one of the shots, he's actually gray. And that's why even the cast, they were on social media goes, Hulk is green. Why is he gray? Because obviously they don't.
Well, Zendaya slipped and said she was the one that revealed Gray Hulk in the interview. Yeah, she slipped. Yeah,
and so we all know Gray Hulk. Gray Hulk is when I love that they're doing that because when they did that in the Avengers of Smart Hulk, and it was just Bruce Banner as Hulk. And he's green. I'm like, that's dumb, dude, because he's always gray when he has Bruce Banner's mind with Hulk's body.
Unless
so it's just like, why? So now they're putting it in there. But now we have to ask ourselves, which is absolutely nutso, is this another different universe? Especially that we introduced another Spider Noir. So there's all of these questions that I have that the trailer just revealed way too much. That he's losing control of his powers. We're not going to see Man Spider. You know what I mean? It just sucks, man. I feel like I got the whole movie's gist. This is Spider-Man's rebirth right into the next movie. And that's it. This is what it's going to be.
I'm still curious about Alani. They still have not revealed anything about Tombstone in any of the trailers and any of the write-ups. They have not, other than like who's playing them, they have not said anything about them. They have not shown them. So I'm wondering, like, what is Tombstone's role in this?
Yeah, I wonder if just even to speculate, I wonder if that's why Punisher gets introduced into the story, because he seems to be going after gangs and stuff like that. So, like, I wonder if that's kind of where their paths intersect, Spider-Man and Punisher in that.
So you have
if you look at the original trailer, it looks like Punisher is doing street level stuff as well. And then, you know, he's going with guns, and Spider-Man's like, you got to stop with the guns, you know? And so I get it. Cool, man. But at the same time, though, what are we doing? You know what I mean?
Well, so you have the hand in this. You have...
Yeah, I'm curious about the hand situation.
Now you have Savage Hulk, who might turn into Smart Hulk, or Joe Fixit, who fucking knows. You have Jean Grey potentially.
That'd be cool to see Joe Fixit. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I have no idea. But then you also have potentially Jean Grey or whoever Sadie Sink is going to be. Then you have Tombstone, who has nothing in this, and nothing in trailers, and then you have Scorpion, who's I believe is probably going to get fucked up really early because he looks like he's going to get fucked up.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
A little off topic, but with the Spider Noir thing, I just watched this. I watched the series in a day. I watched the show.
It was great.
they said in episode 7 or 6 or 7. Don't fucking do it. What is it? Buttons or whatever his name is. Freckles. He said that Ben Reilly changed his name. So
he did.
So I don't think that's new. Spider Noir. I think that they just had to change the name for
because of the legal. Yeah, it was illegal.
But it's still the same Spider Noir. That's still probably Peter Parker.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's to me it's one of those. How do you say it? It's I don't know if they're gonna retcon it, dude. And I hope they don't, because if they retcon the whole thing, that's gonna be complete ass to me. Because what are we doing that we're going ahead and retconning already the canon in Across the Spider-Verse and Into the Spider-Verse?
On another note,
I don't want it to be a retcon. I would totally love if it was different. If it was like a different Ben Reilly, would love that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think they confirmed that in the first episode, because whenever he mentioned someone saying, "Oh, what universe is this?" he never mentioned anything about traveling universes or anything like that.
Exactly. So I think it's a different
visited by one of the Spider Society, and rather than being our Spider Noir that we know. Because another thing too, this is a Spider Noir that's much further on in his life than the one that we see in Into the Spider-Verse. At least from what I can tell, the one from Into the Spider-Verse is much more, as you would put it, spry and very lively, even for being like the 1940s sort of character he is. It seems
I think
to make intentional differences.
I think that was before he took obviously canonically it was before he took the 5-year break, remember? So by the time we get to Spider Noir, he's more jaded and than he was Into the Spider-Verse,
It could be. Yeah. It could. I want to subscribe to it being a different one, because that.
Yeah, I think it's a different one, but I think it's a different one. But
let's also keep in mind that in Across the Spider-Verse and Beyond the Spider-Verse, they didn't say his name.
Yeah, they did. They called him
the Spider. Right?
I think the Spider.
He said it was Peter Parker.
No, he was Ben Reilly.
Was him mentioning the only name ever mentioned in his backstory was him talking about his uncle Benjamin, but that's it. I don't ever remember them saying.
Wait, didn't May in Into the Spider-Verse when they went into the garage in the lair? Didn't she? I thought she called him Peter.
I would have to go back and watch. And
he introduces himself as Peter Parker. When they all introduce himself, he introduces himself as Peter Parker.
Yeah. So I'm thinking this one, like all of us, this is a different one. I hope it is.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Watching it in black and white is the best experience, by the way.
I like the color.
It is pretty. It is really pretty, especially in the first episode. Oh my god,
I watched it in black and white. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it in color.
Yeah.
But the news came back what Kevin Feige said as far as because Tom Holland mentioned it in the interview again that he really wants to bring in Miles, but they can't do it until after the Spider-Verse movie comes out.
I think that's why Roxxon kind of works better.
Yeah,
get more Miles stories out of that, which is why I was kind of going that direction. And also, but I mean, you could also still get interesting stories out of Peter knowing the route that Oscorp takes in other universes ahead of the game, and then him maybe potentially unintentionally causing problems that exacerbate things in his universe for Green Goblin and such.
Here's actually the question that I raised. Do we prefer, if Miles is going to be brought into the picture, do we prefer that Peter is still around, or do we prefer that he actually...
Well,
I hope they do it like Spider-Man 2. I hope they do it like Spider-Man 2, where he takes a break a little bit. You know what I mean? And Miles kind of comes to the forefront, and then Peter is forced to come back. I kind of like that. I kind of like that
character for Peter, though. That seems so out of character.
Not after Tom Holland's journey.
Not in the context that they put it in either, because it was he was going with Mary Jane.
Oh yeah,
a third world country to help do research to help that country. So he was still basically being Spider-Man, but in a Peter sense. And he was leaving the trust of the responsibility of Spider-Man in Miles' hands because he believed that he had the potential for that responsibility. I'm gonna be honest. Yes, the game was short. I really enjoyed the Miles game.
I did too.
I thought that game was really fun. And it was.
I don't want Miles though with Tom. Miles deserves to be with Toby. He deserves to be with Toby or Andrew. One of those two.
I don't feel like that.
I mean, I don't know. I think it would be. I don't want a young Miles. I rather like, you know what I mean. Like, I want it to be like, okay, listen, we've already had the young Miles already.
Yeah.
Maybe have like maybe a little bit younger, but nothing like too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to be where if he does have a group, you know, it's his own group. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
Miles,
15,
Gwen,
14. He like be something like the Web Warriors or something where like
right. That's what I would love that.
That would be cool.
See if it works.
Then you can bring back Toby, you can bring back Andrew. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like
you got to take into account. You know, we still got Donald Glover as his uncle, as a Prowler.
This is true.
So I'm thinking Miles. I think by the time they bring Miles in, if they're still going to connect the Spider-Verse films with it loosely, like I could see him coming in being like 18, 19. You know what I mean? And Peter is like what, mid-20s at this point. You know what I mean? Right. So because there is that 4-year time jump with this movie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So like my thing is I really, really love the Ultimate Comics run, The Death of Spider-Man. I think it was like one of the most perfect ways for that version of Spider-Man to like go out. Because he went out as a hero and he was just a kid. Like he was, I think everybody was saying he was like what, 15, just turned 15 or something like that. And he just like he went out like a hero and he inspired Miles to, you know, use his powers for good rather than Miles having like an Uncle Ben moment. He had, I wasn't able to help him, but I'm going to use these powers to go for it. I really loved the original Ultimate Spider-Man run that Miles was a part of. That was just like such great, like coming of age storytelling.
Correct.
And the fact that, you know, like, I think it's Brian Michael Bendis who wrote that or something like that.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right.
But like he just did such a great job making those characters and writing them in all these different situations that Miles basically just had to learn from himself because he didn't have the original Spider-Man there. He had Spider-Woman to a certain extent, but he didn't have Spider-Man there to teach him. So he ended up becoming so much more of like a kind of like an actual like Spider-Man like character where he ended up doing a lot of this stuff on his own and ended up becoming.
Well, that's what the game. Hero. That's what the game did. With him and Genki, he pretty much Peter wasn't there to train him.
Yeah,
he learned on his own.
And like you were saying, I agree with you. I think that does work. I prefer. I don't know why it is, but I prefer if they're going to make Miles like a Spider-Man, I prefer him being the only Spider-Man because it just helps sell the point that he is in fact Spider-Man as well, rather than Peter's always there in case. So
I just want to see that black and red suit in live action.
That's what I'm talking about. Hold on. So guys, go ahead, Noah.
I was gonna say because from playing the Insomniac games and having the arc where Miles learns the responsibility of Peter in the way that they did it, where Peter gets to live. Even though they really teased his death in the beginning there with Rhino, which is really funny because he took on the Sinister Six and then he almost got bitched slapped by Rhino. Whatever.
In the first 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I know.
What a great segue.
In the second,
what a great segue.
I know. And then in the second game, he takes on the responsibility of being Spider-Man even more so than Peter himself, because Peter's being, he's falling behind because he wants to be Peter as a scientist, and then also, the symbiote making him a dickhead.
I hope they go the horror route like they did in the game with the symbiote. That was,
dude, it was
chef's kiss.
We also apparently missed out on so much Venom gameplay, according to Tony Todd. But whatever, maybe we'll get that later on. But and then they fight. And he takes on and beats his mentor. Like they did it so well to the point where like I'd be afraid that how are you gonna replicate that, but also make it different so it's not the same storyline.
Yeah.
I would, because I would hope that they have Peter around, and I don't think that's what Tom wants either. I think Tom wants to pass the torch on to somebody.
Yeah, he said that. He said he wants to train him, but he wants to like kind of do it like how Tony did him, minus the tech, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah,
you know,
and like that's the thing. Like I think that would be probably the best route, because I don't know how you replicate what Insomniac is currently doing with their with their universe and do it well.
They got the new DLC coming up. Well, I don't know why they're calling it a DLC. All it is they're putting the suit from Brand New Day into the game.
Yeah.
Well, here, guys. Segue for comments. But King Matthew said, "Well, I love the Hulk in the new Spider-Man. I'm worried it's going to be like Captain America 4, where he gets little screen time," which I think so as well.
Savage Hulk is going to be an end scene.
Well, you know the main reason behind that. That's Universal's doing. Universal's holding on to him to Hulk. That's why he gets so limited screen time.
I bet you I could lay out some of the major sequences real easy for you. The opening is going to be the montage ending with Scorpion, where his instant kill mode activates for the first time, and he just fucking rocks Scorpion. Scorpion's out because he's in shitty Mark 1 armor. At the end of the movie, he's probably going to get his actual armor, I would imagine. You're going to get the scene with Punisher and Spider-Man chasing down the truck with possibly Sadie Sink in it, but I think the old lady's in that truck, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so I think whatever's possessing that woman is she's in the truck. That's in the truck. You get the lead up to what I imagine is going to be the raft. They're probably going to take that armored vehicle to the raft, or that possessed person to the raft, and then the Hulk thing is going to happen at the end, because it's going to be the possession thing that's happening across the city, and Spider-Man's probably going to die.
Oh, you know what? You're actually so right. Probably.
You think so?
About Jean Grey. Okay, I'm gonna say Jean Grey, but it could not.
I think it's Phoenix, dude.
Pure speculation. But I have a feeling Noah's probably right on that Jean's gonna make Bruce take off the thing, and then he's gonna turn into the Hulk.
Maybe, but
they show that in the trailer. So
because what's going to happen is there's going to be something is going across the city that is possessing people, and basically it makes them look like their brains are turning off. So what it's doing is it's turning off Bruce's brain, but it's not turning off the Hulk's brain, because he's there, because Gamma mutates in the Marvel universe are magic beings. They have blockage towards magic as well, because Gamma is a whole weird fucking thing.
And they confirm Sadie Sink's power has traces of Gamma, so that's how Peter's like tracking when she's jumping from body to body.
She's not a mutant then. So if
Gamma.
And then here's one of the biggest things is in that like trailer. I guess like I don't know who that company was, but they were like, for some reason you cannot get possessed or whatever by that object or whatever that thing is. It's only everybody else but you. That's why we need you to try.
Him and Frank, because if you look at the shot, Frank isn't affected when everybody else is freezing in the street.
That's because he's hardened.
That's just because the Punisher's badass, dude.
This guy.
He's also not susceptible to mind control of such things as well, because of his trauma and his willpower from being in the army and also losing his family. So he's kind of so fucked up in the head that it doesn't affect him in the same way.
And they show that shot of Zendaya and Peter trying to fix the device that Bruce wears to hold that. Yeah, they're trying to fix
Savage
it or
Hulk might be in the movie for a bit longer than we think.
Mm-hmm.
My question is
probably. Oh, sorry.
Like, I'm still curious. Like, what does the hand have to do with this? Like, what
does Daredevil have to do?
So yeah, that's what I have a feeling we're gonna be seeing Daredevil in this movie. I have a really gigantic, like massive, like it's going to be in there. He's not going to be very long for sure.
It's 2 hours. Yeah, it's over 2 hours, guys. So it's a situation that the runtime is very, very similar to No Way Home. So
2.5 hours.
But with that being said, we got
Scott Walker has been patient, so he's been putting a lot in the chat. So let's go see what he has.
2 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah. Hey guys, how's it going? It's about time I use he sees Hulk and Spider-Man. That's funny. Yeah. Let's see what else he says. And there's been room is going around for months. So after Tom Holland is retiring from Spider-Man. Huh. Interesting. What do you guys think about that? That's an interesting topic about
based on his interview that I watched with the cast with him and Zendaya, Sadie, and what's his name? I don't think that's happening no time soon, especially since he wants to, do the movies with Miles. So
and
I have
be in a Avengers Secret Wars.
Yeah. I'm also a big doubter on that. I just think that this is like they're setting this up as like the first Spider-Man movie that he's like actually Spider-Man for sure, like for real.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling they're gonna try and get at least maybe 2 more movies out of him. Maybe. And one of those movies might be Secret Wars. Maybe.
Interesting. So then he says here, when I first saw the trailer because of the green hand, I thought he was going to battle the Lizard again, or he was going to battle Abomination. But he's glad it's the Hulk. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this whole Hulk situation. I really hope it goes into the whole point of the Hulk is the only one that remembers that he's Peter Parker. Yeah, I'm hoping so.
See, but it doesn't make sense. They never talk.
They've had like no interactions in the MCU. There's like no like actual like shown interaction. Like there's the funeral.
Even in Endgame. Yeah.
Hulk going up to Peter, hey, how you doing? So sorry for your loss. Like, here's my burnt my chicken wing. Like, I don't think that's like no. He was on a time machine.
No, but then you're forgetting the funeral.
Like, the funeral.
That's what we're saying. I don't think they talked during the funeral.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man, he knew though. Because only people.
Yeah, of course.
Fair. Yeah. I guess since he was Professor Hulk, he saw Peter there. He probably saw Spider-Man in the battle. It was probably something that he knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man.
They're going to try to shoehorn it in. It's silly, but
I just it doesn't work for me. That at least
segue. What about Daredevil though?
In the MCU?
Ooh, Daredevil.
My thing is with this. They said that spell was to see who Peter Parker was, but not to know who Peter.
No, it was who knows who Peter Parker is.
I thought it was. I thought it was everybody.
Who I don't know, man.
I have an idea about Daredevil's story in this. What if how like right now in comic books for Spider-Man, Daredevil's trying to teach him how to unlock his ability, his spider sense blockage that he basically has, where he won't react if he doesn't feel like he's in danger. What if that's the same? What if we're getting a similar story where he's trying to gain control over his new abilities with somebody who has heightened abilities, and he's going to Daredevil? Not saying it's a great idea. But I really don't
like it. But
I don't understand why.
I think it really could just be as simple as Daredevil remembers representing Spider-Man / Peter Parker in court. I think it might.
I think he's gonna smell him. I think he's gonna be like, this is Peter Parker. Maybe? You smell like Spider-Man. You are Spider-Man.
I can smell you.
All right. Now here's the deal. What about this? This is another good question. Scott Walker's actually been hitting us with awesome questions. He said, "Who do you think would play Green Goblin? Because Willem Dafoe, if he doesn't return as Green Goblin, who do you guys got fan casted?"
Oh, let me hit it.
All right, hit it, Lucas. Hit it, Lucas.
Keith motherfucking David.
Keith David? Really?
Keith
David?
Fucking David.
Man, no. I love Keith David, but no, not as Green Goblin, dude.
Not as Green Goblin. Not as Green Goblin.
I think he'd be a better person for something else.
Hear me out real quick.
I think he's too old.
Okay.
If they do Keith David as Green Goblin, they could do Ultimate Green Goblin, where he actually turns into like the giant fucking monster.
Okay.
They already started to do that in Amazing Spider-Man 2 with the dude that played Harry.
But they never bit the bullet on it.
I don't think so.
Because you saw his hand. No, you saw his hand and everything, and he was turning into Ultimate Goblin.
I would say, Marcus, I hear your point. Yeah, I can hear your point, but I don't think he would have turned into Ultimate Goblin. I think he was just turning into Green Goblin, similar to like a Joker situation. Like he's just turning, so there's no mask. The pointy ears, green face is going to be him, not like a transformation like Lucas is saying. I really do think that Lucas is onto something. I think that would be dope to have a big Hulk like, Green Goblin. That'd be fire.
Like Ultimate Green Goblin is fucking horrifying, dude. He's
Oh,
got
yeah.
like magic. He shoots fire out of his head at one point.
Yeah.
It's insane. But also just like Keith David's, an amazing actor. I think
he is
fucking circles around
he
him.
could be though. You know who he could be?
Who?
And they can introduce Alistair Smythe's dad, Spencer.
Oh,
he could be that. That would be awesome.
Spencer was an evil dude, man. So
Yeah.
Web of Time mentioned.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool.
Ian, you got Smythe in live action once, and that was
for Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, Jason Isaacs.
Ooh. Jason Isaacs. Okay.
Yeah, he fits that role.
Perfect.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's a redhead, which would be perfect. I think he fits that role.
Yeah,
he has that father mentality of, you know what I mean? Like he can play that evil role, father mentality.
I do like that.
Yeah, you're talking about Lucius Malfoy over here.
Yeah, the only thing that I worry about though is you want him to go crazy. Does it make sense? Like I want that range of acting, so I don't know if he could.
Have you seen him? No, he can. You saw The Patriot?
Oh yeah,
with Mel Gibson.
That's true. Yeah,
dude, he was straight up psychotic.
I got one. You guys are not gonna like it. As old as he is, I still think he can do it, even though he said he retired from movies and stuff like that. We need a funny, crazy goblin. I still say Jim Carrey could play the role.
Yeah,
as a funny, crazy goblin.
Yeah.
Doing the whole jokester. Yeah, do the whole jokester laugh.
That would be kind of ideal.
Yeah.
Or if you want a younger goblin,
okay,
I say the what's his breath from Star Wars, and that was Joker in Gotham.
Oh,
Cameron
Monaghan? Maybe. Okay, hear me out though. As a Harry Osborn goblin,
yeah, he would be perfect as a he would be more perfect.
I think rather than Norman,
isn't he almost 40 though?
Yeah, he's like in his 30s. He's like early 30s, something like that.
Yeah, he looks young as AF.
It's just a little too close for comfort on my idea, because he would have been out of high school about like 10 years prior to Peter.
Yeah.
Just like it doesn't. In my mind, it doesn't make sense. I'm sure it could make sense if they wrote it into a movie, but
it would, because like look what they did with Spectacular Spider-Man, where Eddie was like much older than you know what I mean, Peter.
Yeah.
So they were around the same age.
Yeah, it's true. Marcus, by the way, Scott is with you on Who Should Be Miles. He said it should be the kid from Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Kenny.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
100%. I like it. I like it a lot.
I do like that.
Listen,
fan casting for Venom though.
Alan Richardson, whatever his name is.
Alan Richardson.
Whatever his name is.
Alan Richardson.
Here's my thing. He does really good dramatic. He does really good dramatic, but he also does really good like hero dramatic.
Very good. Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
Well, so if he were to do
make him an anti-hero.
Well, that if he were to do like Venom, I feel like it would end up turning into like a Thad Castle type of like almost like goofy villain.
Right.
And that's just that's
more like Jack Reacher.
I could see it, but like at the end of the day, I mean, do we want him to be an anti-hero right off the bat, or do we want him
I want him to be bad.
But also, Alan Richardson can be he's been in serious roles, and he's done very well in serious roles. So I don't see him having a problem being in the villain role of Venom. Honestly, I don't care. Like, I don't care who you cast. I do care who you cast on, but I don't have like a fan cast per se. But give him a fucking emblem first off, and make him hulking, make him fucking beefy.
Yeah, I don't like Slim Venom. Slim Venom does not reek scary.
No, and make him look like a fucking monster. Don't give him
this guy. Agent Venom.
Cool,
I don't want Agent Venom either. I don't want.
I don't want Agent Venom for a long time.
Oh, for a while. Yeah, give it a minute.
Yeah, not yet though. Not yet. You know what? You know what? I really would like,
Especially
guys.
not with this
Honestly,
Flash.
No.
I know you guys are probably not going to be on board with this, but I would definitely like if they actually bring Tom Hardy back, not from his universe, right? Because you know how he's split into the different universes or whatever. I would love it's a variant. It's still Tom Hardy, but now we get just like the post-credit scene of Venom going after him. You know what I mean? So it's a different variant. It's still Tom Hardy, but we still get the monstrous Venom. We still get it, and he fights Spider-Man finally. I would love that.
When you say variant, do you mean like a variant? Oh, sorry. I'm just meaning like, do you mean like a variant in Tom's universe? Like it's just Tom Hardy's character that's in Tom's universe? You mean like from?
No, because he traveled.
I don't know if I like that though. I don't know if I want him to be different.
Because since he split in universes, remember, Venom talked about hive mind, all this stuff, and then they split into the universe and all this other bullshit, right? Remember, the end scene was retcon for Venom 3. But what if, right? Like the series, what if in Tom's universe that didn't happen and he didn't get transferred? Do you see what I'm saying?
Correct.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a different universe that happened, Tom Hardy's story, but in Tom Holland's universe, he didn't disappear. That he's still there.
Let me ask you all this though. There's 2 shots in the trailer in the prison when Peter is going up against the Hand, right?
Yeah.
Remember how you see all the Hand in front of him? It's like 8 of them, 10 of them, or whatever. And Peter is on his knees and his eyes change. One shot we see him with the web shooters. But the shot where he breaks the sword without it, he doesn't have the web shooters anymore.
Right. Yeah.
Did you chalk that up to just bad editing, or do you chalk it up to like what's going on in the scene?
I think they might be trying to throw you off.
Either they're trying to throw you off, or that's like right when it activates.
Yeah.
No, because we see it earlier. Remember when he's like testing it and the web shooters explode off his wrist?
Yeah.
You see the organic coming out his wrist already?
Thinking a little outside of the box, what if he's still trying to use his regular web shooters? Like not. What if
that's why I was asking. Like, what do you all think if it's him trying to do?
I'm with Noah though, because Marvel has done this in the past. I'm sorry guys, my camera keeps changing colors and stuff like that. Is being weird, but anyway, the deal is I'm with Noah because we saw how they had bad editing in their trailers, like. All of a sudden Andrew Garfield's kicking nothing in the middle of the air. We knew it was going to be Lizard or some other thing, and it ended up happening, right? I could chalk it up to being that trying to throw you off in bad editing, like Marcus said. But I'm not opposed to Lucas's idea. I'm not opposed to that. Hey, he tried to use the web shooters. It's not working because they exploded or whatever. And that would explain how he got all those webs if they exploded everywhere. And then he just wraps everybody up.
Yeah, he does that move. Yeah, that torpedo move.
He uses his ult attack.
Yeah, there you go. Right, ultimate combo. You know what though? What I do miss, and I think all of us miss it. I do miss the quippiness of Spider-Man.
Yep.
Because it was a breath of fresh air that in Spider Noir, he was doing it. You know what I mean? Like Nicolas Cage was doing the quippiness. And I love that about Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And I love that when
my favorite.
But I also loved it in Tom Holland's first appearance because in Captain America's Civil War, this is why I say the Russo brothers did Spider-Man right and nobody else did Spider-Man right. He was talking nonstop. Talking smack when Winter Soldier threw the thing, and he goes, "Hey, buddy, I think you dropped this." Right?
Dude, when I heard that, like, it's happening. My boy, he's an ass. He's an asshole.
Yeah. And then when Falcon picked him up. Remember, he put, before he told him to shut up. Remember, Falcon scooped him up into the air, and Peter puts his hand on his mouth. He goes, "You have the right to remain silent." Right?
Yeah.
Like it's so good. And he goes, "Hey kid, I don't know if you ever fought before, but there's not this much talking in it." I love it. Yeah, I love that, man. So I do miss that. I really do hope in this one that they do it, but also, Jackie Chan's stunt team is apparently doing all the stunts. So, it's going to be a badass fight scene movie. Cool, man. But remember, we've had this before. If the story's not well, if the direction's not well, man, I don't know. I'm afraid. That's why, hence, we have the title. Do you think it's going to kill and going to flop?
Oh,
I think it's
I
going to
got faith
kill in
in
the
the
box
director,
office.
though. Yeah, I got faith in the director.
I
though.
also have faith in this director. I like a lot of his projects.
Yeah,
think
he's
it's
a
love-
good director, dude.
I loved Shang-Chi, which a lot of people didn't. And the reason why I love Shang-Chi was different because it
I
hit
love
me
Shang-Chi.
because I'm a martial artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a martial artist and I grew up watching stuff like that. And I thought it was very reminiscent of obviously Jackie Chan fight scenes. So that's why I loved it. But when you really look at the story of it, it's not that great,
But look what he did
so
with Wonder Man. Look what he did with Wonder Man.
Well, I mean, he's not writing these movies. He's directing them. He's getting hired to. I mean, put his vision on them. Yes, but at the end of the day, it's still
the MCU Spider-Man movies have been getting progressively better. Like Spider-Man, Homecoming
True.
was my least favorite. Far From Home, I only liked it for the end credit scene because you saw J. Jonah Jameson. That was literally like that was like. I jumped out of my seat when I saw.
I like Gyllenhaal as Mysterio.
I
he was
like
underutilized, and
Mysterio was
he was. He was.
His whole villain arc was because his
yeah.
I know this fucking piece of technology made was called Barf. That's what his villain arc was.
It wasn't personal to Peter, is what it was.
Exactly.
It was about
Iron Man villain.
Yeah,
Yep, it was an Iron Man villain.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
That makes no sense at all. And then
Spider-Man works best when it's connected to his inner world. It always works best. When he's like in his whatever villain he's facing has something to do with his personal life, not being.
That's why I'm glad that
he's
in it for however long he's going to be in it because
he has a vendetta against Spider-Man. That's what
personal to Spider-Man, and the
I don't like them.
They've chosen. Yeah, I know.
No mask is weird.
I'm telling you, this is a Mark I suit. He's gonna get fucked up severely by Spider-Man when he uses his Ultra Instinct or whatever you want to call it. And then we're gonna see sometime later on in the movie he's gonna have an updated suit.
You think he's gonna Vulture just disappeared?
Do you think Jameson's gonna be his sponsor?
Out.
Oh, maybe.
You think
maybe
Jameson's gonna be the sponsor for the suit?
Maybe.
Oh,
who did you say the sponsor?
So in the comics, Jameson was the one behind Scorpion becoming Scorpion.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So you think?
I think it would be stupid not to. That's just such a fun comic point.
all I want, and I know you guys are gonna hate me for it, but all I want is a court case with J. Jonah Jameson, like in the comics, and Spider-Man. And when Spider-Man's on the stand, he's like, "I know why he hates me." Because I'm black. He's like, I didn't know. I swear to God, I didn't know. He's like, I'm just kidding. I want that. I want that because I think it would be hilarious. You know what I mean? To tie it in with Scorpion that J. Jonah Jameson got caught being behind it. I think that'd be great. But yeah, man, I don't know.
It would be cool to see Shang-Chi though. It would like a little cameo.
But again, they're in Avengers Doomsday, so
he's been quiet though. He's been mad quiet.
Yes, but at the same time,
it would be really cool if he taught him like how to fight, and at that end scene, that would actually be him.
I don't want that. I don't want that because remember in the comic, Iron Fist was the one that taught him how to fight.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a great segue to bring back Iron Fist into the MCU.
I think Shang-Chi, he went to Shang-Chi after he lost his abilities, right? Wasn't that how it worked in the comics? At some point he lost his spider sense, or he lost his abilities, and Shang-Chi was helping him bring it back.
Right.
It wasn't. Yeah, but Iron Fist was the one that taught him how to fight.
No, I know. I'm just talking about a different comic line or
storyline. No, it's the same storyline. He lost his powers, so he lost his powers, and he didn't know how to fight.
In any, anywhere close to this story, I think I might have an issue. But
I don't think that Shang-Chi is going to be in this movie.
So we're going to address this question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes. So okay, guys. So in the rumor is, and spoilers for anything, and I hope it's not true, but with all the leak stuff that I've seen for Doomsday, it may seem true. The very first scene opening is Wolverine, Deadpool, and then you see Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So basically, they're in the same universe and they're fighting all these people, and then an incursion happens and basically kills all three of them in that universe. So I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like it at all. You could have gotten other characters, no-name characters or whatever, that we haven't seen before, like third-party people, you know what I mean? And be like, oh, shoot, look, they finally brought them into a movie and then kill them off. I know a lot of people won't like that either, but that's way better than killing off 3 of your main people that bring you money. Yeah. You know what I mean? 3 of your main people that bring
especially
you money.
When Jackman came back and said that he wants to continue playing.
And especially that Ryan Reynolds said that he wants to do a movie, full movie with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You're giving him the opportunity and then kill him. That's the same. I would have the same feeling when they brought John, God, I can't speak today, Krasinski into Mr. Fantastic. All of us wanted him. All of us wanted him as Mr. Fantastic. And he comes on screen and dies immediately.
And you don't even give us Emily Blunt. You don't even give us...
I know I wanted Emily Blunt as Sue so bad, man. I wanted Emily as Sue.
and then insult to injury. Even though I did enjoy it, I didn't think it was top tier or anything. I just enjoyed it. In Fantastic Four, you don't give us what we want. You give us Pedro Pascal.
Yep.
Like, no offense to Pedro Pascal, but like, he's
just Pedro Pascal in every movie.
He played
pretty much.
He was definitely really dorky in the film. He played the dorkiness of the part well, but it's just not. It's not what we asked for. Like,
and that wasn't Johnny Storm. We didn't get the sarcasm that Johnny.
Nope, we didn't.
Well,
Ryan Reynolds was a better Human Torch than this dude.
Yeah,
Chris Evans.
Yeah, he was way better. Dude, Chris, he was way better than this dude, man. And I'm like, and if you really think about it,
I like the actor. It's just like the writing for this movie.
I get why they did it. I think they put out a whole like statement of why they didn't do the whole like, oh, he's like kind of a woman killer, if that. They wanted to give him more character than that, but like the whole point of Johnny's character is that he consistently.
But then his whole arc in the movie was a romance arc with the hot silver chick.
Yeah,
so, like that's literally like I don't if that was the reason for like them like having the female Silver Surfer in it and like because again like you get a good like arc from the Silver Surfer, but then you completely torch Johnny's pun intended. You torch Johnny's character, and like when in actuality you could have exacerbated it more because you have the female Silver Surfer because he's such a womanizing douche in the comics and he has to learn humility.
Yeah.
They should have played into that more, I would say. I don't know. But I guess you need the connection with a character because then what reason would
a better way they should have played that was to have Johnny be the pompous woman killing asshole that he is, and then have this like pseudo relationship with the Silver Surfer, show the more genuine sides of his personality and have him actually turn into a respectful gentleman through that.
You mean exactly what Noah just said?
Exactly.
But here's my problem with that. Here's my problem with it. If you guys really pay attention, go watch Fantastic Four 2 again with Chris Evans. It's the same exact movie.
It is.
It's the same exact movie.
Yeah, I said that when I saw it in the theater.
With a much better Galactus. And
better Galactus, but beat for beat, it's the same movie.
Same exact movie. The only difference, besides a better Galactus, the only difference was bringing their son into it. That was it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's the same movie. And I'm like, why? Why? It was. Was it better done?
Even down to Sue dying and Silver Surfer resurrecting her. Yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Silver Surfer sacrificing themselves, right? Against Galactus. It's the same story, man. And I'm like,
and Johnny going out to space with Silver Surfer,
Yes. I'm telling you.
Worth special effects too, which is such a weird thing to say.
The original Silver Surfer was way better looking than Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Way better.
I don't know why. Like,
CGI was better. VFX was better back then, early 2000s, than today. Anyway,
that's because they're going for cheap. That's why.
Yeah.
And here's the deal. Like we've all, like I said, most of us on here are filmmakers and stuff. We understand budget. We really do. But this is why they went away from practical effects. Practical effects, right, is way, way expensive. But then, and then, so CGI at the time was more affordable than practical effects. Cool. But they did a mixture of practical effects and CGI. That's why Jurassic Park looks so incredible. Cool, man. But then as it got progressively going more and more and more with new technology, which we know anytime new tech comes out, it's expensive, sure. Now you just go the cheap route. And it's just like, dude, come on. You know, how that in Pirates of the Caribbean, Davy Jones looks way more better. Much more incredible, excuse me, way more better. What am I doing? I can't speak today. Much better than everything that we've gotten recently. How does Davy Jones and a movie that's what, like 20 years old already? Way better as CGI.
Yep.
What are we doing?
Yep.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. But listen, if they kill, that's a really good question too from Scott. Look, he's if he does die in Doomsday, does that mean Spider-Man 4 never comes out? Who knows, bro? Who knows?
Yeah.
Because they're
Sam did mention
revamping
that
the
he
universe.
Yeah.
What is the so I know so they I have two things. One, I know that they have mentioned that the Doomsday is going to lead us into Secret Wars, which leads us into like a rebooted universe with new cast and crew, whatever. But is there also a possibility that this is going to be a different Tobey Maguire Spider-Man? So not the one from the first three movies, and he's in like a slightly different suit or some shit. And it's not actually the same Hugh Jackman's Wolverine.
I hope not.
And
I hope
the same
not.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because then that's just going to make this whole multiverse saga more convoluted. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because Robert Downey Jr. being Doom is not convoluted enough.
I mean, it already is. That's what I'm saying. Why make it even more convoluted than what it already is?
I don't know. Why not choose a new actor?
My thing is this, guys. My thing is this:
Cillian Murphy.
that if you did the multiverse of Spider-Man, it always should stay animated unless you do it right. But yeah, man, this is getting very complicated very fast. And what should have happened was this. What should happen, what they should do, is that they should restore the multiverse as is and just keep one damn timeline if you're going to do a continuous story. And if you have other universe stories, who cares? Dude, Spider-Man Noir is a different universe. We like that story. It may be different than the other Spider-Man Noir that we saw Into the Spider-Verse, but we don't care because it was good. You don't have to tie it all in. You don't even have to mention it, right? Yep. I missed the times where it was just like, all right, we had Michael Keaton's Batman. Obviously, he didn't come back for the third one, so they got Val Kilmer. Then he didn't come back for the fourth one, so they got George Clooney. But that's the same universe. That's the same Batman. But then we had a different universe with Christian Bale. Now we have a different universe with Rob Pattinson. We had a different universe with Ben Affleck, right? So, but none of us care. We just enjoy these characters. What they did was they literally wrote themselves into a corner, and they're trying to get out of it. And it's just like you're the one that did it. You're the one that did it.
All these new characters, and they have no way to accurately or efficiently add them, because like you acquire the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, and the MCU is already established by at least 10 years, and in universe close to like 20 or so years, not including like Captain America being Captain America in the 1945, but like you have these well-known characters now, not in an established universe that's really complicated to try and fix. I mean, like they tried. Granted, the Eternals was gonna suck regardless, but they
Facts.
They tried to explain in like one line why they didn't interfere up until Infinity War and whatnot.
Not
and
even.
It doesn't work. It does so. Like you could try better. I mean, obviously, there's a reason why mutants wouldn't want to get involved because they're discriminated against. So it does make sense. But the Fantastic Four not existing in main universe when it's an established universe is really complicated because they are in like every universe standard in Marvel Comics, like the first superheroes kind of deal, or not like with Captain America and Thor, but you know what I mean. Like they're considered like the first, like the start of superheroes showing up in universes as like an anchor point or whatever. So not having them really makes things complicated, I think.
No, man, because literally they could be fighting Magneto elsewhere. They could be remember, these guys are worldly. They fly all over the place. Just because this is happening in New York doesn't mean the X-Men's in New York at that time. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with Black Panther and Wakanda. So these guys are worldly heroes. So they could be elsewhere dealing with other shit. And that's super simple to explain. Or you just leave the MCU's universe, finish with Avengers Endgame, and then you just start a whole new universe.
Yeah.
That's it. With everyone in it. That's it. No one cares, bro.
Yep.
No one cares. No one cares to go that deep.
And I would be totally fine with, like, since they still struggling with trying to bring Blade into the MCU. Like, hey, just take a page from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, bring Blade and Morbius in the proper way.
Thank you.
With Spidey in live action. Do that art. I think it was like 3 or 4 episode arc.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Do that arc and then introduce Blade solo movie. You could go back, prequel, whatever, however you want to do it. But bring Blade in that way, bring Morbius in that way, different universe, like Danny is saying, and just make it good. Good writing.
Yeah.
No, you do just need to restart. That's the thing, because you need the X-Men and the Fantastic Four existing in the universe. To me, it just doesn't make sense to add that, like to add. Oh, we were gone. I don't know. I don't like it. I really don't.
Here,
the way that they're doing it now doesn't work. So what they should
X-Men 97, Noah. I don't mean to cut you off. X-Men 97. It showed the mutants dealing with Genosha and everything that was going on. And then when Magneto finally did a worldwide attack, because he's an Omega level mutant, when he did the EMP around the world, you saw where all these people were. Spider-Man was fighting crime in New York. Doctor Strange was performing surgery, right? You had Silver Samurai in Japan, right? Like, these are where these characters were. They're dealing with other things.
I understand that, but the Baxter Building is in the middle of New York, and Xavier's school is not that far upstate. And again, these characters are pivotal in Spider-Man's story as well as they are to his story. Correct. And they have important story arcs in the Avengers and other characters that have been introduced as main villains. Like, so to not have them around, and then to them to only be slightly introduced in Multiverse of Madness, I do think you just need to restart after this movie, after this franchise. Like, and I'm gonna advocate for TV series. I think that they should do the TVs. I think they should have these their unit, like these X-Men and as a TV series, Avengers Iron Man individual TV series, Spider-Man, and then you have the connecting TV or movies.
Yeah, remember I said that.
You said you've been said that, Ian.
Yeah. I think.
And you're right. You're right. Yeah. No, you're right, Noah. You're right. It's just, again, even if they were dealing with things otherworldly, that's fine, man. Like, honestly, like if they had to go to a different, country or whatever, that's fine to have with the explanation. But I just feel like the MCU itself ruined it by trying to do a multiverse saga that they had no business touching. I mean, if you think about it, even in Crisis of Infinite Earths in the TV show, right? Mm-hmm. They did it pretty damn well when everyone's getting erased and all this other jazz. It was good how they did it similar to the comics, but at the same time, though, they did it right because they didn't have to write themselves into a corner.
Well, so what they did, where they screwed up at, they should have. Danny, you know this because like you're more of a writer than I am, but they should have really created a Bible as far as a plan of like how to navigate this multiverse. Because the way they did it, and us as filmmakers, and not trying to say like the normal moviegoer doesn't pay attention to it, but the normal moviegoer doesn't see it as far as like blocking out the story. How you could tell that this multiverse has just been writing one movie after another and trying to like take little pieces and connect the dots, and like you said, it's backing them into a corner. Where they should have had this Bible where like, okay, if we go this route, like remember like if you took IT classes, you got the yes and no charts. Like if you say yes and you go this route, it leads to this. If you say no, it leads to this. You know what I mean? They should have mapped it out where like, okay, this is how we do it, and this is how we could weave it back together. And even if we have different universes, you know what I mean, it still works.
That's why Into the Spider-Verse is still, to me, Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
You took multi-level characters.
I agree with that.
They all had their stories, right? Their own individual stories. You briefly explain it. They come in here, they work together, and they went back to their universes. Awesome. You know what I mean? There's no like, oh yeah, now in this movie, we're just gonna do Gwen and Spider-Ham, and then we're gonna do this movie. Like, no, man.
Yeah.
Now you got a second, all the multiverses are coming together. Why? Because of Spot. Spot was breaking into the multiverse, and now you have Spider-Man 2099 going, oh shit, I gotta fix all this. Damn you people, right?
Yeah.
Great segue to bring other characters in. I mean, this is why I still say Madam Web, you still can do a Madam Web movie, a true Madam Web movie, bringing all the Spider-Men together, because at least Sony has a grasp on it. You know, they don't have a grasp on everything, but they have a grasp on that, you know?
Yeah.
My question is, so I'm not like I know a little bit about like the incursion shit from the like Marvel comics, and I'm not super like well versed on it. But correct me if I'm wrong, incursions didn't happen just because the multiverse existed, right? Like the multiverse was a thing already.
Nah,
like,
if I'm didn't what the Beyonder or something have something to do with
there's a
that
specific reason why branches were melding with other branches.
I think it was the Beyonder, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
Then
originally,
it has something to do with the Beyonder.
wanted to create, Battle World and everything like that, and wanted to get a whole bunch of different characters from like all across the multiverse, all across the Marvel universe and stuff like that, and pit them all against each other.
Where they truly fucked themselves then was Loki. Because Loki was the show that convinced everyone that there could only be one timeline, and that is the main reason for these incursions happening. Even though Loki season 2 kind of solves that issue, but I digress. But so I guess then that leads Loki returning in this with fighting Doom. I don't know, but like, why? So why do incursions happen in the Marvel comics? I feel like they.
I'll tell you right now. I got the history of it, and because again, even though I'm a comic book fan and I have comic books, I can't remember everything. Marcus, you're right. So the cause was the Beyonder planted molecule men across all realities as live bombs intended to wipe out the multiverse. When Dr. Doom discovered this, he went around the multiverse killing molecule men, which resulted in the early destruction of the universes and created a multiversal vacuum. And that's what the central premise of the 2015 Secret Wars storyline was.
Yeah.
And wait, doesn't
which is the one that they're more than likely going to be basing this?
Yes, and that's the one. That's what they're doing now. Yeah.
And I think Miles. Well, so not entirely, because doesn't in that universe Miles Morales, or in that storyline Miles Morales saves the universe by giving Molecule Man a burger.
Something. I don't remember.
I'm pretty
sure I remember he saved it, but I don't remember.
Molecule Man says that he's hungry, and Miles has a burger in his pocket, and he gives it to him, and that's why he spares the universe. I'm almost certain that's that storyline. So who fucking knows? Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why the actress that is the actress from Stranger Things, that Caleb whatever, is doing all his parkour training. Maybe he's gonna be your Miles. Maybe he's coming in and giving the burger to Molecule Man.
So this is this happens in the comic.
It or not, but that indicates things for me.
All right, so this right here, it says, basically they were trying to fix everything, and they were all struggling with the moral weight of their mission. Ultimately, the efforts failed, resulting in the collapse of the entire multiverse into a patchwork called Battle World, governed by Dr. Doom. So that's what they're going for right now. They're doing all the multiverses crashing, getting destroyed. The whole multiverse is going to get destroyed, and then we're going to get Battle World with Dr. Doom, which is probably what their Secret Wars is going to be about. And Battle World is essentially what they're going to do here to refix everything. Which again, man, it's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much to keep track of. It's way too much. This is why their movies are failing bad. They don't understand. They're like, oh, we just got to fix it. We just got to keep giving more and more and more. Dude, just stop. Just stop. Start from scratch.
Where's Doctor Strange? Like, he is a pivotal part of everything that goes on with the multiverse. They left a very open-ended end credit scene in his movie, and he is nowhere to be found on the docket for this year, next year, or before Secret Wars. So where is Doctor Strange?
So Doctor Strange, this is what happened. So Doctor Strange and Mom basically they talked about the incursions in the MCU. That's when it was first introduced about incursions in Doctor Strange Mom. And then what ended up happening is that what's her breath? It's basically the opposite of him, the chick. Yeah. She came in and basically said, we got to go fix shit. And they just bounced. You know what I mean? And so he's been gone this entire time. They may introduce him back into this one since it does have to do with incursions.
Well, you know, they're setting up his school because Ironheart set up what's her name?
But again, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody watched these damn shows. Nobody watched the shows.
I did. And I don't care either.
Yeah.
It's also not going to matter for resetting everything.
None of it matters, dude. And that's what I'm saying. What they need to stop, because the success of Spider-Man is what's basically trucking you along. Focus on Spider-Man's story. Just leave it alone. Leave everything else alone. Stick with Spider-Man's story and just keep it moving. That's all we need. Just keep it moving.
I still feel with this like they still need to bring the Beyonder in, and the rumor is Henry Cavill is supposed to. They want Henry Cavill to play the Beyonder, but I was like,
dude, if you bring in the Beyonder,
too late. But if you bring him in too late, though, if you bring him in too late after Secret Wars, it makes no sense.
Exactly.
You know? Spider-Man. He'd have to be in Spider-Man. Yeah. Because Beyonder's storyline, I believe, starts in the Spider-Man arc leading up into Secret Wars. So he would have to be in this movie and then lead us into Doomsday.
But then Spidey's not in Doomsday though. But Tom Holland's not in Doomsday.
I know. This is so fucking complicated.
So they told us, but
dude. So I saw some of the leaks. Hopefully we don't get disbanded. So I saw some of the leaks. There was. So I saw the Wolverine and Deadpool thing. I didn't see Tobey's Spider-Man. And then the other one, I did see that basically they're in a battlefield with all destroyed Sentinels. And Dr. Doom takes over all the Sentinels. Yeah, it was Cap, Cyclops.
Cap, Thor, Cyclops, Mystique, Nightcrawler.
Yeah, was it Nightcrawler? Yep, Nightcrawler.
Mr. Fantastic, Sue.
Yep.
And like two other people. Oh, Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
And like one other.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man. I'm like,
like that is
my
Sam. It was Sam.
Possibilities.
Yeah.
Do we think
magic?
Do we think there's a possibility that this movie ends with Spider-Man getting on one of the arcs that the Fantastic Four made for the incursions?
I think
that's why he's not in Doomsday.
I think Spider-Man's gonna quote unquote die, and then we're gonna see him in the beginning of Secret Wars with the black suit.
You want me to be dead ass honest with you? What I think and why he's not in it?
Why?
I think they're gonna put Tom Holland in Across the Spider-Verse. I think he's going to get transferred into a different universe. Mm-hmm.
That would be quite the wah-wah-wee-wah.
Yes, I really do think so. If they kill off Toby, whatever, but I really do think the reason why Tom's not in it is that they're going to snatch him somehow, whether it's a Madam Web movie or it's going to be Across the Spider-Verse. I'm really leaning towards Across the Spider-Verse. We possibly
Miles come out with him.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Correct.
I like that.
As long as he doesn't turn animated, because that's like they even said it in their the Across the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse kind of showed that they have their own genetic makeup of what they look like.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I don't think
showed
he'd be animated though.
Yeah,
they showed Andrew live action.
Andrew as live action. So I don't
and then they showed Donald Glover as the Prowler live action
in the suit. And the suit looked good too.
Yeah.
That's the suit looked really good.
I don't think they're going to, but I'm just saying I hope that they choose not to as well.
And I hope that rumor.
Sorry, go ahead.
I hope that rumor of Toby, because Scott has been filling up the chat. Thank you, Scott. We appreciate you a lot. He's been filling up the chat with he thinks Toby would save the MCU. He's also thinking hey, should we finally get the Spider-Man 4 after this? I don't know, man. And like I said, Scott, it really, really depends on what they're doing. Because if Toby, if Toby dies, this is Spider-Man 4, exactly, Lucas. But I can also see this happening as well, guys. I also can see this happening as well. If they do show Toby with Deadpool and Wolverine before the incursion happens, I can see him getting snatched and into the Beyond the Spider-Verse. I can see him getting snatched as well. because remember in the comic book storyline where all the Spider-Mans are together in this battle, right? In the comic, they do go, "Hey, isn't that the dude from Seabiscuit? Yeah, I swore I saw the guy from the Facebook movie or whatever." Like that's incredible. Yeah, The Great Gatsby or something. Yeah, he said it. And so I would love that actually happens if it does show up in Doomsday, that he gets snatched and he doesn't get killed in the incursion. If he shows up, if that rumor's true, he does show up. So I don't know. Do you guys think so? So obviously we're all on board saying the Spider-Man movie is going to be great. We think it's going to hit the box offices, right? We don't think it's going to be trash, even though I think they spoiled the movie. But I think Doomsday is going to do worse damage. I really do. I think Doomsday is going to do a lot more damage than good, even though they have the Russo brothers.
It depends on if all of these images and stuff that I'm seeing that are like leaked, at least like just the images that I'm seeing are leaked and like they're real, because I don't like what they're doing with Captain America. I don't like the whole now he looks like a hobo part like situation.
Well, I think they're officially going for him to officially be Nomad.
Yes, he's supposed to be Nomad.
He was pretty much already Nomad.
Yeah, I know, but they want to make him officially Nomad. You know.
I mean, it would be cool. I just don't like it. I think Captain America is like one of those characters that really likes to stay.
Here's your problem, right? Here's your problem. Avengers Endgame was a 10+ year story arc of over 20 films. And I think at that point there's maybe one TV show tacked onto that. I think I might be wrong on that, but like because you also have to include Far From Home, which is included in that story arc too of the Endgame storyline. So it's over 20 films. It's well over 10 years because Infinity War is the 10-year anniversary of because it came out in 2018. So Endgame came out after that, and then Far From Home was in the 2020s. So like over 10-year story arc that you have with Endgame. They have not given this time to breathe at all.
Exactly.
And all of the movies that they've made after Endgame and after Far From Home is not a build-up towards anything. It's just them throwing characters at you.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the Marvels? What are we getting out of that? Where are all of our Marvels?
Well, that's why I think Kang, the whole situation with Jonathan Majors and Kang,
that's what derailed everything.
Destroyed any semblance of any overarching story that they could have had, because Ant-Man Quantumania, I know not a lot of people are big fans of that movie. I enjoyed it. I liked Kang's part. It was a decent film. It wasn't awful to me, but
until the ending.
It was just like it was one of those things where like Jonathan Majors got used so heavy in that movie that he felt like a lesser villain.
Yeah.
Dude, no, it's you know what it is? I'm telling you right now. It's this. First off, how are you gonna have an Ant-Man movie and it's not about Ant-Man? Number one. It was about his daughter and about his wife.
It's like some weird love triangle with Bill Murray.
Yeah, really weird. And then number two, this is Kang the Conqueror, bro. He's next level. He is next level, like OG badass.
He was literally banished to that universe in their own logic. They banished him to the quantum realm because of how other Kangs did that because they were so fucking afraid of what he was doing.
Absolutely.
And he gets killed by Ant-Man and his daughter.
Yeah.
And I was like,
what are we doing?
Don't you mean Ant-Man in stature?
Dude, MODOK was trash.
Please don't.
Oh my god.
Dude, they did MODOK better in the Avengers video game.
Undersized, oversized ants, if you will. Like, it was such a weird... It was a trip. You should watch that movie on something, honestly, and then you'll probably enjoy it. Because it is such a fucking...
The only thing I enjoyed about it was Major's performance as Kang, but other than that...
Great, but also,
I thought the stupidest thing about that whole movie was the whole Janet being like, oh, I can't tell you. We have to wait. I can't tell you. We have to wait. Every 5 minutes, every time they asked her a question, nothing got done. Because she was always, I'll tell you when we get there. Or, I'll tell you. I can't tell you right now.
Understand, but we're about to fucking die. So maybe you should start talking.
Lady, we're about to get shot by Mad Max warriors.
Yeah, speaking of bad ideas, Scott asked, He said, "Hey, do you think if they bring the lizard back in a new Spider-Man movie, they use the look of the Jurassic Park T-Rex for lizard
Well, so
and the sound effects?"
I like iguana lizard.
Here's
Shoot
my
me.
thing. Right? Like,
I like the design
I
from
want them to
the
go back to
Spider-Man
a
2 game.
lizard that looks like the
Yeah.
comic book Lizard Man, and then
Thank you.
The T-Rex from Jurassic Park looks more like Lizard Man than the
Dude.
Listen, you throw some purple pants on him, you throw a trench coat on him.
Weird thing with green and purple.
Maybe you got something. I don't know. But
Dude, we
I
got
want a more lizard looking than what what the fuck was Voldemort doing in a Spider-Man movie?
It wasn't Voldemort. All right.
That was
all right. You ready?
Goomba from the Mario
yes, I was about to say it from Super Mario
Nah.
Brothers. Goomba, dude. I was just about to say that it was Goomba. No. Have you seen the original Super Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo?
Awful. It's the worst movie you'll ever
you're
watch.
not. No, you're talking about the live action.
you crazy,
one?
man. That movie.
Yes,
is
the live action.
That movie is awesome.
Luigi.
That movie is
Luigi,
awesome.
no.
When that movie came out, it was a shit though. Like, but it
Yes,
was,
it
Movie
was.
is a guilty pleasure. and
Bowser had
it is-
frosted
it is
tips.
great. It is great.
Dude,
It's not a
we
kid's
all
movie.
were too.
It was an
Yeah, we
Espionage
were.
club that they were in and everything.
Yep, dude.
we were cheesing on it.
I was a kid. I was a kid when that movie came out, and let me tell you, we loved it. We didn't care. We're like, look, it's a Mario movie.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're like, what?
I still love it today,
It's
man.
just
I
like
still
the
love it
game.
The freaking bomb that they twisted
Yep.
and just. It's so dumb, dude.
They were
Oh
trying
my
to be
gosh.
crafty. They were trying
Thank
to be
you,
crafty.
That
John
was
Leguizamo, for being in that movie.
Cornrows.
But like,
No. I'm. He's Mario. I'm Luigi Mario. Remember?
But that's true though. It's technically true. I hate that because I think Nintendo confirmed that, right? Like that his name is
Yeah.
Mario.
Oh, by the way,
Mario brother.
yeah.
Mario
And did you
Brother.
know? I didn't know this. Mario is not the older brother of Luigi. They're actually twins.
Yeah. they're
Yeah.
twins,
Yeah,
yeah.
oh, I didn't know
That is
And then-
no. All this time growing up, I thought Mario was the older brother. Nope, they're twins.
Yeah.
Dude.
Nah, I
And
think
then
it was the
isn't-
cartoon, the old cartoon that introduced that they were twins.
Isn't like Wario and Luigi older than both of them?
Yes.
Who? Wario?
Wario and
and
Waluigi.
Waluigi. Yeah.
They're older, right?
Aren't they?
No, not originally. Not originally.
Well, not
They're-
like from creation, but like from in like storyline. I think they're
maybe.
older.
I don't know that too much of the
That's
lore.
a-
but
If
I
you
think-
could,
Another
if you could
conversation
put
for
together
another,
a story for
Geekly
Mario.
episode.
Yeah, no, I think the original one was just Evil Mario. That's why it was Wario. It was based off of the name. It was based
It was
off
like
of
Metal Sonic.
yeah, type of deal. Yeah. So
So, to answer
but,
Skywalker's question, though, I
Yeah.
love the design of Lizard in the Spider-Man 2 game, the Insomniac game,
Yeah.
especially
Did you?
when he
Let me
started
see.
like when
Oh,
he started
yeah.
getting
He
bigger.
looks like
Yeah,
a big
bigger,
iguana.
bigger.
Like
Yeah,
that was a great design.
So
I still fuck with the trench coat and the
Yeah.
and the pants. I don't know why. I just love
the lab
Oh.
coat goes so
You know,
hard.
Wait, you-
like,
you
it's so
like-
cool
you like that one? Okay, he looks like Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
a little bit.
well, I mean, the reason that he looks like that is that he was getting it. They like Craven basically made
yeah,
the
Craven
serum
injected
and
him with
juiced
some-
it, so he
Yeah.
just kept mutating and becoming bigger.
Yeah.
I like the route that they went with it, but I like seeing a lizard in jeans.
Yes, dude. I want
It's funny.
I want the lizard from the damn comic book, dude.
Yeah, just get
That's what I want.
like
even
the comics-
better, something that I would also be not even better. Something that I would also be okay with. Spider-Man, the new animated series that was on MTV. They had a fantastic, scary looking lizard in that show.
Yeah, I
I'm looking
remember
it up now.
when
Gorgeous.
whatchamacallit was the voice.
And yes,
Yeah.
yes.
yeah,
And and like I keep saying, like I know I probably sound annoying at this point, but like the iguana aesthetic for it just made him look like scarier because he has like this bull-headed face. His jaw is huge, and he just looks like a little dragon without wings. It's insane.
That was a
Gotcha.
good show, and that got canceled too soon.
Yeah,
It's like
fuck
Spectacular
MTV.
Spider-Man. Yeah, both of them.
Let me see. Oh no, is it this one?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
all the harsh shadows. Oh, I love that show.
Oh, but look at that!
yeah.
Dude, look at the trench coat from the '94 show.
Dude, this right here, I'm telling you, the 94 one was just awesome, dude.
Bring it back. Bring it
back. Spectacular
I
Spider-Man
like
had
it.
it going too.
Yep.
Dude, I love this. I did. I want this one right here, dude.
He looks more like a crocodile than a lizard.
See, my biggest concern with them bringing that show back is not that the show is going to be good, but that because with X-Men 97 they brought back the original intro music, but they made it better. How are you going to top the intro music from that cartoon? Like you can't. Like that music was fucking awesome.
That guitar riff.
But you know what though? I still want, man. I still say they haven't done the Spider Sense properly in the movie, and the closest one we got was Spider Noir's Spider Sense.
Yep,
that was the closest one
that they were doing.
That was like so stylized for me. I think I liked a lot what they did with Tom Holland's Spider Sense thing when he was in the astral projection thing, where it showed like the wavy lines and shit like that. That was a cool little visual detail. Obviously, it doesn't always make sense, I guess, for them to do it in the regular world or whatnot, but
that was the one thing I didn't
really cool to see.
That was the one thing I didn't like in Garfield, because you heard the sound, but they didn't show like effects where it was just like he would just immediately look to wherever the danger was. Like,
I like when they do like the zoom in on the ear and it's like a
No, the one I still say that I want is the 90s when everything goes neon for his Spider Senses. That one is incredible.
Kind of like in Into the Spider-Verse and stuff, where they flash the colors behind it and everything.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
They did the lines, and obviously they did the background to match, you know what I mean, the colors of their universe. But I still say the neon, when everything just turns neon, and he's like, Spider Senses are tingling. Dude, awesome. Awesome.
I just wish that they would do it just to give it some style. Like,
man,
these movies sorely lack style, like actual, like artistic comic book style.
Movie. Throw some comic.
For real, put some color in these movies, man. Like,
best comic book adaptations for live action. Adam West Batman, because you got the in there.
I would have said Sin City.
Shark repellent.
The best example of, like, comic book to screen.
The only live action one that they did that I was like, I can't believe they threw it in there because it was cheesy, but it worked, is in Batman Forever when Robin goes, holy shifted metals, Batman. He's like, what? He goes,
I remember that.
And then he goes, no. He goes, the metal, it's holy. He's like, oh.
I do remember that. Yeah.
That's old school.
I was just like, that is awesome. I was like, what? Like, it was so cheesy, but I was like, all right, man, I like it. Whatever.
That was the best thing about that entire movie.
Yep.
I hated that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad. It was so good. Such a guilty pleasure, just like Batman and Robin. Okay, everyone.
Funny thing. Hold on, Lucas. Hold on before you say that, because Danny brought it up. The funny thing about Batman and Robin, and a lot of people didn't notice, I was watching a reactor watch Demolition Man for the first time. And a lot of people didn't know, if you go back and watch Batman and Robin, a lot of the original score music in that movie is ripped from Demolition Man.
No, it's like, not, bro.
Yep. The entire original score is from Demolition Man.
That's awesome. Oh my god!
That's a good movie, dude.
Demolition Man was so far ahead of his time.
I know, dude.
Today we're living in that world right now.
Yeah,
that's the first time I ever saw Sandra Bullock.
Oh boy,
yeah,
so hot.
Back in the day, yeah, dude. You know what though? I know Arnold Schwarzenegger, bro. That dude as Mr. Freeze had me dying, man. I love. I it's such a guilty pleasure. Batman would kill the dinosaurs. The Ice Age.
So before we jump off, what characters from Spider-Man would you like to see in live action that we haven't gotten yet?
Ian, go ahead and start talking. You talked to me about this, bro.
What is it? Say it again.
I said, what characters from Spider-Man's, that you would like to see in live action that we haven't gotten yet?
Go ahead, Ian. You talked to me about it today.
Black Cat, 100%.
Well, we had Black Cat, but not in the suit.
No, go ahead, Ian. Go ahead and say what the
So,
rumors are.
saw the movie Obsession a couple days ago, which was a phenomenal movie. I don't know if y'all seen it, but go see it if you have not.
I've seen it twice.
I think Indy should play Black Cat. 100%.
Good. She would be good.
She would be good. And you know what I like about her is I think Marvel sometimes is trying to emulate the sexiness of Black Cat, but when we were watching the cartoons, it was the playfulness.
Yeah.
And we saw that a lot in this movie. And I could definitely see that. That's what I would love to see.
Like her banter with Peter is always like
yes. That's what I would love to see.
Not only that, honestly, let's be honest.
Intelligent too.
Yes, she's extremely intelligent.
Yes.
But let's be honest, Ian. It was also that suit boy. Besides the flirtiness, it was that suit. You're like,
basically Marvel's Catwoman. She's Marvel's Catwoman.
Yes.
If we're gonna get a Black Cat, you have to have like the I love the fur collar, like that goes and the fur like
absolutely.
I doubt they would ever do it though. These movies have no sauce. These movies have no
I don't know. The costumes that we're getting.
Well, they gave us Craven with his fur
so far have given me hope.
That movie sucked. That movie sucked.
What movie?
Craven.
Which is because Craven is my favorite villain.
Well, here's the deal.
Sony Spider-Verse. It's fucking terrible. I'm not talking.
Here's the deal.
Be very clear.
I'm going to tell you this. Honestly, this is
not
what
watch
it is.
Madam Web. Did not watch Craven.
I'm going to tell you this, guys.
Why am I wasting
We
my
know
brain
why we didn't get it. We know why. It's because this whole political correctness bullshit that's happening in movies and all this other jazz. That is why. This is why we didn't get a Black Cat suit like that. Or, have you noticed that we have, honestly, and I hate to say it, but I'm going to be the dude to say it. Have you noticed that both male and females, literally in the newer movies, right? Ever since like Endgame and whatnot, and they started shifting away, people are less sexy and less good looking, to look normal,
Okay,
but the point of a superhero, the point of the superheroes in the comics, right, is that we're exceptionally gifted. They were exceptionally gifted all the way around with looks, with strength, with intelligence. Dude, no one's on Batman's level of intelligence in the real world. No one's on Iron Man's intelligence or Mr. Fantastic. Nobody.
We gotta take a second, Danny.
But I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what you're talking about. They were exceptionally gifted and enhanced. I've never heard them ever describe that in a comic book for any superhero. I don't know.
My only defense for this.
That's why they were all buff, dude. They were all buff for that reason. That's why everyone was gifted. They were all buff and enhanced and everything. They were superhuman, bro. Superhuman attributes.
Again, I guess I don't think that's what the point. I think it's because the MCU is also more tailored towards kids. And
the only reason I'll say, Danny,
also Black Cat hasn't been in a movie, so we haven't had the opportunity to see a suit. So what is it even like? What is it? I don't know. I just think it's
Danny. Who you got? Let's get back to that question.
Interesting.
Who do you want to see?
For Black Cat? Ooh.
No. Who do you want to see? What character you
like?
Want
what
to
character?
See
yeah.
That hasn't been shown yet.
Yeah.
As superhero films, Blank Man. I want Blank Man back. No, I'm kidding.
I'm talking about I would love a Blank Man movie. I would love a Blank Man, Meteor Man, a modern day Meteor.
Yes. So in Spider-Man's universe?
Yeah. What character?
Honestly, man, I think we're long overdue.
I gotta go.
No, hold on. Honestly, I think we're long overdue for a Scarlet Spider live action and a 2099 live action. That is my take, because especially that you introduced the name Ben Reilly for Spider Noir, especially that they made fun of Ben Reilly in Into the Spider-Verse as a crybaby emo guy. I thought that was hilarious. But now that we're getting a lot of Scarlet Spider and now that we're getting a lot of 2099, I really want to see them live action. And I will also say I would love to see Spider-Woman, aka Spider-Gwen, live action.
Give us a done right Mysterio and have him do a Shattered Dimensions storyline.
Oh, yeah. Why not?
I would
Absolutely.
I would love to see that.
What about you, Luke?
Absolutely.
I've thought about this for a while actually, because I fucking love this guy. But I think Kane, another clone, would be really really cool.
Yes.
I love
man.
Kane's storyline in
good.
the Clone Saga is a mess, but when Kane gets introduced, he's
You can
just
definitely fix it.
You could
Yeah.
do a really good Clone Saga, not how they did it at
Yeah.
all. I think Kane would be really cool, and I think that streamer villain. I like her because she's just annoying
Screwball?
and she's a perfect
Screwball,
foil
yeah,
for
yeah,
Spider-Man,
She's
yeah.
supposed to be in this one, I thought. Isn't that rumored that she's gonna be in
I
it?
hope so. The only reason I like her as a character is because again, Spider-Man's the annoying one by a lot of people's standards, other than like Deadpool. But Screwball is like that to the nth degree, and it pisses Spider-Man off a lot of the time. So it's really it would be funny to see.
So I got one for
But-
you who keeps Peter on his toes, but also keeps people like Punisher and other heroes on their toes in Marvel. Silver Sable.
Oh, nice. Silver Sable's a good one, man.
Yeah,
But
Silver
a lot
Sable.
of people don't know Silver Sable like that. But yeah, man, Silver Sable's a really good one.
Hot
But
Russian chick,
honestly,
yeah, hot Russian,
but honestly,
Ukrainian chick.
yeah.
Was also in the MTV show.
But here's the
Yeah.
deal. Honestly, if you want me to pick my number one pick that I want to see for real, I want to see a real goddamn Venom, dude. I want to see a real. He's my favorite
real
character.
Carnage.
He's
I
my
want a
favorite
real
character.
Carnage. I
Yeah,
want a real
but
Carnage.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But and Woody Harrelson did a phenomenal job, and they just butchered it, man. And I really do want a real Venom. Venom's my favorite character out of all the Spider-Man characters. Honestly, Venom's always been my favorite since I was a kid because I loved him as a villain, and then he didn't become an anti-hero right away. He had to team up. Well, exactly. But what I'm saying is that he wasn't even an anti-hero then. Remember, he had no choice but to team up with Spider-Man. You know what I mean? And I love that he was forced into that role. And then he started little by little going into the anti-hero thing. But then he always swung back and forth, pun intended. He always swung back and forth between being a villain and being an anti-hero. And I love that about his character. Eddie Brock's story, man, is very phenomenal of his arc of like he goes from villain to becoming an anti-hero, then from anti-hero goes back to being a villain, and then he had legitimate reasons too, because then you see how the symbiote is affecting him, or when he had cancer, right, and all this other jazz. Like he has such a good story that you could take it anywhere, man. But yeah, I want a real Venom, bro. I want a real Venom. If you asking me my number one pick, do what I said. Have Tom Hardy's Venom still in Tom Holland's universe, and then that other storyline was that different storyline, that universe. Keep it there that they actually fight.
I want Hobgoblin, and I want a proper chameleon too. And
Dude, I was just about to say chameleon. Dude,
give me a proper Dimitri,
you mean a proper Sinister Six? A proper Sinister Six? Yeah, let's do that, please.
Yes. Give me a proper Dimitri, man. Craven and Dimitri were always my favorite villains, so I was like, give me a proper. Yeah, give me that proper.
All right, Noah, what do you got? You haven't spoken your bit.
That's
what would you
you
like
guys
to say?
are already you're taking all of them, so I'm literally
well, just say what you want.
Who's left from the hat? Who's left?
No, but who do you want? Who do you want?
That's the thing, right? Are they gonna come in their comic accurate suits and their comic?
He wants Hydro Man. He wants Hydro Man.
You know what's so fucking hilarious? Is I was gonna say that as a joke too. Yeah, Hydro Man.
And the Batman 2 Condiment Man. That's what we need.
What's his name? Polka Dot Man.
Polka Dot Man.
Yep. Oh my god.
I really don't know. I mean, like, because one, we haven't actually gotten the Prowler yet, and the Prowler would be interesting.
Oh my god, it'd be incredible with Donald Glover. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Prowler would be sick.
Black Cat being in a movie and then being in this movie in particular would honestly make the most amount of sense, especially since he's not with MJ. He still has feelings for MJ, but the Spider-Man, he always, like, in the comic books, he's kind of like, I would say, kind of sleazy if you think about it. When he's being flirtatious with Black Cat as Spider-Man, you know, it's like, yeah, I don't like that you're doing that there, Buster. But I like that they're cat and mouse game, and I also like that she does play a pivotal role when he gets the suit, the black suit, like the symbiote suit as well. So like, it would
After
make
the
a
symbiote,
lot of
yeah.
sense for her to be in this movie story-wise.
Yeah.
A comic accurate Craven, I would. You got a comic accurate Chameleon would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
especially like if you do it after a Maximum Carnage thing and you kill Ned through, because in the, I don't know for those of you who remember, but in the game, in the comic book, I think it was in the comic book and the video game where the Carnage infects video games and kills a bunch of people. He infects the video game, a Spider-Man video game, and then kills people who are playing the Spider-Man game.
That was the comic. That wasn't the
Okay,
game.
so if they did that and then they killed Ned while he's playing a Spider-Man game, and then they have Chameleon coming in and being other people in Spider-Man's life, one of them being Ned, I don't know, I think that'd be a little cool. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
No, because Dimitri was smart as hell, but like even though he was like
He had
a
a
punk
big
when it
ego.
came to Craven, he was Dimitri was always like fucking with Peter, like mentally.
Yeah, always.
And that's
Yeah,
what I love.
always.
Yeah.
He did a lot of what Mysterio did in Far From Home. I think Mysterio took a lot of his.
Yeah,
his
I get it. Yeah.
into the comics.
I'm gonna leave with this though. Honestly, I'm gonna lead with this. I think we still have an opportunity to fix Spider-Man. Period. With Andrew Garfield, because you already had Gwen. He still hasn't met MJ. He still hasn't met Black Cat or anything, right? Like
No, he met
Felicia.
Felicia.
Yes,
Amazing
yes,
Spider-Man too. Yeah.
Correct. He met her, but I'm talking about the actual.
Yeah, not
her.
Black.
Oh, in her
ego.
persona. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, you already brought in Felicia. You can have that as the next, even though it's out of order, you can have her as the next love interest before he meets MJ. Because remember, they hinted at it too when they're like, "Hey, man, there's still someone out there, right?" And that could be his. But I would love to see, like Noah was saying, love to see how he got dark, came back full circle, especially after this movie with No Way Home. And then get into the whole other things. And then also they tease, he's like, I want to fight an alien. What better way to bring Venom, or true Venom, into the damn thing is like, always be careful what you wish for, right? And now he has to fight a damn alien,
Be funny if he said that too.
Think,
Like, be careful what you wish for, and he just gets thrown through a building.
Yeah. I'm
Kind
just
of
saying.
a deep cut for some, but Carly Cooper, one of Spider-Man's ex-girlfriends, I think that would be interesting to dive into one of his relationships that's not Gwen Stacy or MJ. It would
Betty
be
Brant.
interesting. Betty Brant, Carly Cooper, could be any of them. For those who don't know, Carly is a crime scene investigator.
Peter's pulling.
Dope and smart, and she actually found out that Peter was Spider-Man.
Yeah,
like
but that was way after.
Herself.
Yeah, that was way after. And then
way after MJ.
And then she broke up with him.
And then
she broke up with him.
It was after Spider Island.
Yeah, but you know what, Betty Brant. I think with all these love interests, you can fix it with Andrew Garfield, especially that when they hinted, hey, someone's out there, and you can see him going through the dating scene and just fucking up constantly, right?
No Way
especially.
Home. I was at No Way Home. They were doing some heavy lifting for Andrew and all the dialogue they were giving with for that character. Like, guys, just give him another movie, please. We want to give him another movie.
He got cheated out of a
Hey,
great
Danny, let me show.
He did. He did.
I got you.
My screen share.
Yeah. I'm gonna screen share. Yeah. I see it. Tell me when you're ready.
Have y'all seen this pictures? I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, home.
This is the old pictures from the scene that they did shoot for.
Oh no!
Oh yeah, with
Shailene Woodley.
No gracias. No gracias. Get a better.
There was no backing story for it. If they wanted to really do that, make it like his younger high school crush that he met in like the first movie that moved away or something.
Well, no, like they had it set up where she was like directly his neighbor, and they grew up together. And they had it set up. It was just it got cut.
I'm actually glad that was.
I'm glad they cut it.
That got cut. I like the actress was fine. I mean, the actress is fine that they chose, but the I don't think that it should have been introduced in the same movie that you killed Gwen Stacy. I think that's a little insensitive.
What a spit in the face of that character.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Oh yeah.
However, there was a lot.
My girlfriend just died, but you're a hot redhead.
Cut from that movie. There was so much that they cut from that movie that would have made that movie so much better had they not cut it. But if they were to introduce MJ, it should be in the next movie.
The one scene that they cut the one scene that they cut that I'm like, yes, bring that storyline in, is when his dad, when he met his dad.
Oh my god!
And when Richard returns,
you get another scene where Andrew Garfield once again steals the show because
Fantastic
he's just such
scene.
a performer. Like that scene, like I'm watching that scene and I'm like, I'm gonna cry all over again.
Dude,
like,
I was heartbroken, man. Like I was like,
like you're supposed to be dead. It's like, oh,
really,
right next to Gwen
really
Stacy's
fantastic.
But that storyline, is even worse because his parents come back. His parents come back and they're robots. If I'm not mistaken, they were robots. Yeah. It's in the story. I'm gonna look it up. It's in the storyline.
Really well done scene, really well acted. Andrew Garfield did a fantastic job. The guy who played his dad did a really good job. I don't give a shit about Peter Parker's fucking parents. I do not care about them. They are less than characters.
Yes.
They're less than characters.
Nah, you're missing out because his parents, well, at least Richard, I remember, was a spy.
Fair, yeah, I know. Like, there's like an old comic, and then they never mention it again.
Richard was him. Richard was him.
Your comics of the day, everybody.
Yeah, read them. And guess who it was? Guess who it was that did that? That made them robots. Chameleon. Nope, Chameleon.
I do remember that one. I do. Now that you said
so
that, I do remember
they said they survived the crash. They said they survived the plane crash, just like how they were introducing him in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And guess what?
He used the tech that from his mask.
You know how you could have played it too if there wasn't a time gap now? His father comes back, right? He's in it first, and so you're thinking, oh well, based on that scene in the beginning of Amazing Spider-Man 2, his mother's dead because she got shot, but he could have survived a plane crash, of course, because anyone can survive a plane crash. It's possible. And then his mom shows up later on, and she's alive. Like she got shot. Like she was fully gonna die, right? Like she was dead before the plane hit the ground. So you see her come in, you kind of get that little like, oh well, something's not right. And then you play into it, and you could even have it the Chameleon's working with Harry, or you could have.
But to have the Amazing Spider-Man 3, even though you saw the tech with Dr. Octopus hitting the Sinister Six, you don't bring them right away, and you have this happen because Richard does come back and they shot it, dude. How messed up is it? And like I said, poor Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, but it's true like the comics that he's so happy his parents are alive, and just to come find out it's the fucking villain, Chameleon, that did it the whole time. Dude, what twisted, you know what I mean? What twisted
it'll be like it'll be like what Sinister did with the folks in X-Men 97.
Yeah.
He turned them into Sentinels.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. I think, guys, I think we're onto something. I think Chameleon would be dope as the next villain, and especially if they continue that storyline from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. That'd be insane, my bros.
You know what they gotta do? They gotta bring Shocker back when Spider-Man's got the black suit.
They gotta bring both teams back. Lucas, they gotta bring both teams back.
Yeah, they did him. They did
him dirty. Yeah, they did him dirty, man. They gotta bring both teams back.
I say this. If they do Venom in Amazing Spider-Man 3, this is how it should happen, right? And I know you guys are probably going to hate me for this. Have, like in the cartoon, like you said, he gets the symbiote, and you see him fighting all these different villains like Shocker and stuff like that. And then have the church scene, and at the end, it ends with Eddie Brock becoming Venom and making sure that Amazing Spider-Man 4 is nothing but Venom.
Yeah, that would be good.
It would continue the generational hate streak that Eddie Brock has been on since the early 2000s. Full circle.
I'm just saying, instead of introducing Venom in the middle of the movie like they did in Amazing Spider-Man, the regular Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, you can literally see Andrew going crazy, almost killing villains, the whole nine, and then this thing happens, and then finally, we get Venom, but then it ends. And you're like, no, we want Venom.
Regardless of why Sam Raimi didn't want Venom in Spider-Man 3, and
he didn't.
It's understood within the Spider-Man fandom that you need at least one whole movie to tell the black suit story, because you don't just have Spider-Man fighting Venom. You have Spider-Man in the suit slowly descending into rage,
Yes.
feeding the symbiote that rage that eventually gets given to Eddie and the symbiote turning into Venom. It's a big story. It is a big story. You have at least one movie, most likely two. You would have to have a 2-part movie, in my opinion, if you do a movie and not a TV series, because a TV series is better.
I got something for you.
Doing.
Huh?
Dude, that's what they need to. I mean, Spider Noir was so good as a show. They need to keep it. Like, I think all of us said it in the past. Ian was very diehard about it in the past as well when we used to do Geekly. Yeah, man, the shows are where it's at, especially for something that has a lot of lore. We've said this, even video game stuff that we talked about, and we're going to talk about in the future. When you have a lot of lore, it doesn't work in one movie. It doesn't.
Spider-Man has been around since 1962. And he is not the first Marvel character. He's not even the first superhero by over 20 years. Right. So to just throw them in a movie that's an hour and a half. Granted, this new movie is 2.5 hours, and I'm glad that it's 2.5 hours. We need length for a reason.
Yes.
In the lore of these, the comic book issues are like 20 pages, and there's like 20 comics per story arc. And that's for smaller story arcs. I
think Spider Noir deserves a round of applause, not only for putting Robbie Robertson in the show, but also making him quite the interesting character.
Yeah,
dude.
Yes. So, all the characters were interesting. All of them were interesting.
For the talk of that on that podcast, but after watching the show, I wholeheartedly agree with whoever said it. Every single character in that show was interesting. Every single character in that show.
Everyone.
I loved.
Some of them were cliches, but it fit with the style.
No, but it worked. It worked.
It
worked,
style,
bro.
the time
It
period,
worked.
everything. It really.
Yeah.
So I had a conversation with Noah about it. Oh, sorry. I first thought that it was underwhelming because I had just finished it and I was like, there wasn't really a super good big fight. I mean, it was serviceable, but it wasn't really like a big fight that I was expecting. And then Noah broke it, got in my mind a bit, where it was more like, it was always more about the detective work in the show rather than the fights with the spider. Though they were pretty badass when they were on screen. I think there was some really fantastic fight choreography in the show. But I think it just
that was also a legal reason. That was also a legal reason that they
Yes, but also let me add this. Also, they did it well in the story that they kept joking that he's not as young as he used to be. Yeah, and on top of that, remember, he was constantly drinking and he had trouble with his powers. Trouble with his powers. Remember, the web shooters weren't shooting. Then also when he finally got into it again, that's when we saw his powers full-fledged. Right, when he kicked the freaking dude in the bar and the dude went flying, right?
He fucking sent Electro into the train, dude.
Megawatt. Yeah, when he said Megawatt too.
Oh yeah, I guess
we're getting the aftermath of the Spider-Man throwing his suit in the trash.
Yes.
It's the Spider No More.
Confidence blocker. He's throwing himself off because of his self-confidence. And dude, I also gotta say I love the bar fight scene.
It's petty as hell.
It's like, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
The webbing, his webbing's black, isn't it? Isn't it like a cream color?
Yes, it's black.
Which is awesome.
I love that. But also I love the modernized, but still 1920s feel to
correct
music. But that entire fucking fight scene was beautiful.
Yeah,
I love that whole.
Nick Cage, bro.
Yes, but again, everyone in that show deserves a nomination of some kind.
Absolutely.
And I'm also
who was the actor that played Robbie
from the injustices that were happening during?
He's been in other movies.
Name right now.
I know what you're talking about.
He was talking about Nicolas Cage in an interview, and he was just talking about watching him act and watching his pre-acting rituals and everything. He's like, it was surreal. It was like watching a movie about Nick Cage acting in a show with Nick Cage. And it's so funny to hear that they're getting starstruck and that he's
he's phenomenal.
He's a great
actor. More and more.
Nick said he Like Nick
He what?
went to Charlie Sheen for help on the show.
That's awesome.
But hey,
dude.
I wanted to go back to the symbiote thing.
Mm.
And this is a stretch. This is just something that's been sitting on in the back of my head since the first trailer. I know that like Peter's going through like a metamorphosis and mutating and stuff like that, the whole man spider bit. But what if somehow they were slowly introducing the symbiote because of the fact that he's losing control, he's becoming stronger physically, like what he does to Scorpion, slamming him into the cop car and stuff.
Didn't I tell you that, Danny? I told you that.
It's a stretch. It's a stretch, but I was like, what if though they are somehow like, you know,
check this out.
I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
It seems like it's going that route.
In that route. Because and the reason why I say that.
Go ahead.
So here's the curveball. If y'all got y'all computers up, look up avoid mind transfer.
Avoid mind transfer.
So check this out.
That's what Venom was talking about, the hive mind. Yes.
So is a technique learned from an alien race that allows somebody to completely swap consciousness to another person just by looking at them. The person that used this was Dr. Doom.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about Sadie Sink being his daughter.
So this was the crazy thing. Wow. What if Dr. Doom is the person that's switching from character to character? And that's how they introduce RDJ in this. And the reason why he can't get into Peter's brain is because Peter's going through his metamorphosis.
I don't want that though.
But I like where your head's at, but it reads like a Disney movie twist.
True.
Yes, I know, dude.
That's where the twist could be. What if Dr. Doom did this before? Tony Stark was actually Dr. Doom.
No.
I'm just saying it could work.
I don't want it. I don't want it, dude. I don't want it. Nope. I don't want it. And then the same thing with the symbiote, man, because then they're like, it doesn't show like, okay, I'll give you an example. This is God damn it, Ian. Because now you're making me think in the trailer, we're thinking it's a mind thing, jumping from person to person. What if they edited out the symbiote jumping from person to person? What if it's the goo that's jumping between people to people?
Nah.
I don't want that, dude. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't thinking that.
Bro.
I was thinking Peter and like somehow, like I don't know if like Sadie's Doom or Sadie's character, if it's Jean or something. There's some correlation that's like too close to it being the symbiote story.
Right, I agree with that. I have a funny feeling whoever that agency is.
The story of Man Spider is also just very similar to the symbiote story in general, though.
Very true.
The only difference is that in turn of being like an addiction for Peter, it's something that's just happening to him.
Well, this is why I was telling you. We saw Man Spider. And they said they're not doing Man Spider. I don't think they're doing Man Spider, but I do think it's going to that rebirth story, because that rebirth story that happens. He's losing control of his powers. He doesn't know what's going to happen, and then when they scan him, remember, it wasn't even Bruce Banner. Who scanned him? Was it Mr. Fantastic?
No, it was the DOD. I think the DOD.
Anyway, someone scanned him. Yeah, they scanned him and said, "Hey, man, you're gonna die." They told him flat out. They're like, "Dude, you're gonna die," and he ends up dying. Literally ends up dying. But guess what? That's when he's wrapped into the cocoon, and then he bursts out, and it's a metamorphosis. It wasn't a mutation. It was a metamorphosis, and then he had organic webs, just like how they're doing it in this damn movie, dude.
So and then they retconned
it. Yep. Right. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know.
I agree with Marcus though. I think they're going. I think this trilogy is the Venom route. I hope
not. I hope not.
I think
we already got going into Secret Wars. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I think everybody still needs to cool down from the Venom movies. Is my thing. We're still thinking like
I need a cleansing from those.
The only way, Marcus, to your point, the only way this works is what I told you, is that The transported Eddie is in a different universe, and in Tom's universe, that piece of Venom is still in his universe. That's the only one that makes sense.
Or
That
the
symbiote.
DOD finds it.
Yeah.
Sure. But that's the
If
only
the
way,
DOD
dude.
finds it, then
That's
that
the
makes
only way
sense.
this works, bro. That's the only way this works. But again, it's still a fucking reach. It's a huge reach. So
Well, so I think the little bit of Venom that is in the MCU, like they showed in No Way Home, is still there. I think what they did,
they retconned it.
They retconned it in
well,
Venom
so
3.
that's what I'm saying. I'm under the firm belief that in Venom 3, he still left behind a piece of the symbiote. But
I think so too.
Everything that happened in No Way Home, where he went to Tom's universe, that symbiote is still there. I think they're just,
and that's the only way it
did a
works.
thing to try and like kind of throw us off, like, oh, is it actually in there? No, it's not. We've fooled you. Da 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 da. But it's going to turn out to actually still be there.
I still say retcon that ending. If you retconned it in Venom 3, retcon that ending, like I said, and that Eddie with Venom is still in his universe. That is a better way than saying, oh yeah, we no longer have Tom Hardy and there's still a little piece of Venom in his universe. That's still a better play than doing that.
No disrespect to Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy's Venom. For what it was, the first one was good. The first one was a solid 6.5 out of 10. I'll say it was but I'm not gonna go back and rewatch 2. I'm not gonna watch 3. And
that was awful.
I don't think that Tom Hardy played the character well enough for me to want him back as Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock's character just also got progressively worse.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say if you still have that one in Tom Holland's, right? Like that one, especially after he licked the screen and stuff like that, it's like that dude looks tasty. Like, dude, that was incredible, bro. Like that's what we want. But anyway, we're gonna end on this, guys. Here, last question from Scott. He said, "Do you see any similarity and differences between the 1994 Green Goblin and Willem Dafoe's 2002?" I'll go first on this one. I think honestly, in the 2002 Sam Raimi, definitely wasn't it. You know what I mean? Similar, but because of the suit and everything else, they should have never covered his face. We saw the renderings. We showed it before. The renderings of what it was supposed to look like looked way better, like the cartoon and whatnot. Yeah, the animatronic mask. Yeah, it looked incredible.
Oh, it could be too scary. So we'll put him in 90 instead.
Yeah, I think honestly, the No Way Home portrayal that Willem Dafoe did was way better.
Yeah, they just see Willem Dafoe's face and expressions. Yeah,
I would say suit-wise, 2002, no, but his performance, as far as his the dual personalities, spot on. It was spot on. Actually, I find it better in the film than the animated series because
it's
really, he really dealt with that split personality and he played it up perfectly. Now in No Way Home, no, he did he amped it up even more.
Amped it up, dude.
Yeah, he amped it up even more. And then
the facial expressions, everything.
Yeah, when
they should just painted him green.
Goblin fully took over his psychosis, in Foggy's apartment. Not Foggy.
Happy.
Not Foggy.
Happy's
apartment.
There.
Dude, when he turned full goblin, was like, "Hey, this was my plan all along," and was just
Norman's taking a sabbatical, honey.
Yeah, dude. I was like, "That's the goblin I love right there. That's the goblin I love right there."
Dude, and the fact that he whooped Tom Holland bad, bro.
But that goes to show how strong
you're not the hero you
really
think you are, kid.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also,
goblin really was.
Also, I think Noah said this before, and I hate, or Lukas, one of you two said this before, and I hate you guys for it. When you said that you think that Toby's actually stronger than all of them, which after getting that ass beaten from Goblin,
nah, he got his ass beat by Goblin.
No. But what I'm saying is that at least Toby put up a fight. You know what I mean? In most of the film, but man. I'm talking about that ass whooping. It could potentially say that Toby is the stronger one, even though if you want to go just by feats in the movie, Tom has it all day. But again, they ruined his feats with Homecoming because he couldn't lift a fucking roof off of him, which was ridiculous. I'm like, after he took what's his breath? Winter Soldier's arm, after he caught the damn thing from the airplane, the walkway, dude, all that, and then you have a roof fall on you. Somebody help me! I was like, it's like, what are we doing?
I think it was honestly the thing that got me for Toby being stronger was just like him at the end of the movie. You know, whenever Tom goes to throw down the glider, he stops.
Yeah, he caught it.
Yep. No movement. Even when he goes to push harder, it could be a positioning thing, but he was also doing this.
Yeah, he had a much better position to block a push attack than him hoisting down and using only arm strength.
True, but at the same time, though, that also goes to show experience.
Yeah,
Toby's experience, you know.
But experience, whether or not his experience doesn't matter. The position, whether or not he has experience or he just did it out of reflex, he's still in a better position to hold that weight as a block attack because of the position. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's stronger. It's just he has a better angle to stop that downward attack because he's holding it at a better angle. Whereas he's holding it with his back and his entire body weight. Whereas and he's on a knee, so he's fully stance. He's stabilized. Whereas Tom Holland's coming down with just arm strength. So like and just downward momentum, not full strength. So like he got stopped dead in his tracks. Yes, because let's be honest, an older Spider-Man is probably also going to be a stronger Spider-Man, but Tom Holland, especially at the end of this movie, is going to most likely going to be the strongest Spider-Man.
Oh, well, yeah. I think we're more speaking at the point that we see them together.
Yeah.
Because I have a feeling we're gonna see, like you're saying, like we're gonna see Tom just get stronger and he's fighting. the Hulk.
Of course.
He's fighting the Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to be doing very well in that fight. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think he is either. I think he's going to get creamed.
The Tobey Maguire mask rip.
Excuse me. Hey, so boys, last thing, so we can hop off. Are you opposed to this? Because I was one of the few that did like this storyline. Would you want to see old man Spider-Man? What with Tobey Maguire?
Yes,
that'd be cool.
Even though Tobey isn't my favorite out of the three, yeah,
because he's the oldest one out of everyone, right? Yeah, I would love to see old man Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire.
What would be interesting is if in the fourth movie, it could either be the fourth movie or lead into the fourth movie. But was it the Marvel Universe number 2, where it's all of it's like 20 years into the future and it's all their kids, and that's where you get May Parker as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And in Spider-Man's final fight, he loses his leg to Green Goblin and then kills Green Goblin. It would be interesting if in curing Norman Osborn, it doesn't cure his hubris. So you get him in the future becoming Green Goblin and fighting Spider-Man in the future, but a more violent Spider-Man, and you kill Spider and you kick his leg out, and then you get May Parker.
Dude, oh my God, we're so late into this and we're about to wrap up, and you made me think of this, and we probably have to save it for another time. But dude, in the Ultimate Series, Spider-Man dies when he gets shot by the Punisher on accident. Remember, he gets shot by the Punisher on accident trying to save Cap. And then that's when
the Green Goblin.
No, he doesn't get beaten to death. Remember, he fights the entire Sinister Six, whoops all their asses while bleeding out, and then he beats Goblin because remember they went to Aunt May's house, right? Yeah. To kill her. Obviously, Aunt May is already dead, so this could be an MJ thing instead, right?
Well, to be fair, the actress from the Tobey universe is alive. I'm just saying.
Hold on. I'm not talking about Toby. Give me a second.
All right.
What if, because Tom Holland does have this thing with Punisher now, if that actually happens, he ends up dying for real. But remember, that's how Miles gets introduced because the spider totem bites somebody else.
Yeah.
So what if they do that with Tom? Tom ends up dying for real, right? On accident by Punisher. And then that's how we get a Miles Morales finally, live action.
Got to introduce Iceman first.
Get out of here.
Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. What do you guys think on that? Oh my gosh. What do you guys think?
Oh yeah, no, that'd be badass. Again, how much I love the death of Spider-Man. The peak.
Because then now you can have Miles Morales. You got Miles Morales with Toby or Miles Morales with Andrew. If they do the whole universe crashing thing.
See, and it would work perfectly if they didn't fucking mess with us and try and say that this universe is the 616, and if instead that this was some kind of like, ultimate universe. I wish.
Nope, because in Across the Spider-Verse is still my favorite line in the goddamn movie. Is when he's talking to Gwen going, is when McGill is talking to Gwen and goes, I have to clean up your mess, and they're arguing back and forth. And then he goes, and don't get me started about Doctor Strange and the other Spider-Man and Universe 1999-99.
Yeah, he says it. He's like, and don't get me started on that little dork from Earth 99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He said, don't get me started on Doctor Strange. Well, again, because he's talking about No Way Home. He's like, don't get me started on Doctor Strange and the Dark from 1999-99. So they literally said, in your face, Marvel. Now we're demonetized because of my flicking fingers.
I agree with you, but Sony doesn't. Sony's one line in their movie doesn't trump what Kevin Feige has said about the MCU being 616.
No, yes,
I hate it.
Still hate it because
it is not 616. The actress who plays Kamala Khan, she's fucking right to tell Kevin Feige that he's wrong. I'm so glad that she was not afraid to say that in an interview. She's like, no, this is not 616 because it's not 616. Kevin Feige either needs to get with the program or shut the fuck up.
No, because you know what though, with the success of Sony's animated movies, and if they keep playing their cards right, doing it right. Then I'm telling you, it's no one's going to care. As long as the movies are successful, that's the storyline they're going to follow. And we all know it for all of us nerds, that they willingly put that in there and said that Doctor Strange and Tom Holland is from 1999-99 was beautiful, dude.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they're comic book fans and they care. They care.
Again, stop.
Hey, who would have thought? Yep, who would have thought, right? Alrighty, y'all. Well, that's it for today. Listen, guys, like, subscribe. We got the Howling Hour on Sunday. Please, also, as always, hold on. Please go and while we're talking about the Howling Hour, go wherever it is. Always the stream board game, please. For those of you guys that are watching that stood this long, please scan the QR code. Please support the board game. We need as much support as we possibly can to get this thing out and rolling for you guys, for all you horror fans. So please do that. Like, subscribe, tell everybody and your mama about this. Any last thing, guys, before we go?
Happy Juneteenth for everybody.
Read Savage Spider-Man. Probably has a lot to do with what we're about to see. I'm actually going to reread this tonight. So
happy Pride Month to all the gays.
Happy Pride!
And on that note, I still say Donald Glover needs to come back as an adult Miles Morales. Peace.
Prowler, that's still a good alternative for me. He's the reason.
Hey, I'm just saying, coming full circle of him being Spider-Man like he wanted to be.
I was talking to my partner about this today. He's the entire reason that we have Miles. He should be invested into the character in some shape or form in the live action. Just saying.